In 3, 2, 1, we're live. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second day of our BGA Game Demo Day. We had an amazing success with the first one, and I'm super excited to be here with you to introduce all the fantastic speakers, games, and products we are going to see being demoed live today during this event. For those of you who are not yet familiar with the Blockchain Game Alliance, let me walk you through quickly about our organization. The BGA is actually a non-profit organization that counts now over 150 members and whose main role is to promote the adoption of blockchain technology within the game industry, to encourage adoption of new things like NFTs, decentralized gaming, DAOs, etc., and allow game developers and members of the video game industry to find new ways, to foster new ways to create, publish games, to play, to build strong communities, and engage with players, and more. We're also a strong advocate for diversity and more inclusivity within the space. We've been running many events involving 100% women only and working always to bring them on stage. And we provide an open forum for individuals and companies to be able to network, to do business together, to have open discussion, to collaborate, to have working group, to create standard, establish best practices, and keep connecting with each other to grow together the adoption of blockchain within the game industry. Our core activities are essentially around networking, research and reporting, representing blockchain games companies, and advocating for blockchain within our industry. And as you can see, we have already a large representation within the industry, whether there are companies involved into creating blockchain games, whether there are companies building chains and protocol, whether there are press, media, investors, traditional games, developer studio, esports, and many other things, which is making the BGA very interesting and a great place to network. I wanted to give also a big thanks to our sponsors, so Ubisoft, Animoca Brands, The Coin Tribune, Arc.io, Galaxy Interactive, MakerDAO, Algorand, Chromia, Matic, AMD, and Mobox for their extra support to the Alliance. And really quickly going through some example of the activities that we've been doing. So we've been running one-to-one interview with video game executive. We've been running a workshop on various thematics like DeFi and gaming, decentralized gaming, DAOs and gaming, involving some of the key actors in the space, even legal webinar on topics around NFTs and blockchain, and some things we need to be aware of and making sure of. Every month, the BGA runs its new member presentation to allow the new members joining to present what they are doing to the rest of the Alliance. We are also offering free speaking opportunities and tickets to many other conferences. Watch out, we communicate regularly about this event, and we are inviting the members to be speakers there. We have run dedicated events on several topics, like one about involving all the women in the industry, and other about the series around NFTs, what it is to collect an NFTs, secondary market, in-game investment, and other perspective on the topic, NFT makers, etc. If you want to follow the BGA, it's really easy. You can just follow us on Twitter or on Medium. Check our website and apply there to become a member at www.blockchaingamealliance.org, and chat with us on Discord and Telegram. Cool, and then let's jump into today's event. Today's event is called Game Demo Day, and it's actually a 2-day event. Why it's been a 2-day event? It's because we have so many great companies in the BGA, so many great games and products that we couldn't fit them all in just one day. Here on this banner, you can see a little overview of all those games, all those projects. We found, and we've seen great validation from the community, that the best way to engage with a product or a game is actually not just to see slides and a pitch, but more like to see like the real product as you were a user. And that's why we launched this Game Demo Day. The first one that happened last week on November 4th had already those companies, GamerAsh, Speedworks, Gala Games, Somnium Space, Engine, Goat Interactive, and Waterdeep, Cryptio, Daya, MipTrek. And it was a great success, both in terms of like seeing all those products in action, but also like the audience engaging, asking questions, and earning cool NFT prize and DAI prize. Today, we are going to do it all over again with a series with the following companies, which I'm going to introduce quickly. And each one of them, so let me just quickly give you a presentation. Like each one of them will also be asking a question live. So if you've been here during the stream and you've been following the demo, you can answer directly either from YouTube or Twitter, where we are streaming live, to the question and potentially have a chance to win one of those amazing giveaways. You don't need to be the first to reply, because there's some delay between all the different channels where we are live streaming. We just need to provide a correct answer, and we'll pick it up and announce the answer correctly during our live. And so today we're going to see demos from Bright Star Studios, Game Credit, Upland, Dark Country, Community Gaming, Vibe Up, Animoca Brands, Second Legion, Arcane, The Sandbox, Turner Sport, Reality Gaming Group, MakerDAO, Chromia, and Block Penio. It's going to be a really busy agenda, so every company has 10 minutes, not more, to show you like the best of their product and game. And without any further ado, let's jump to our first game and demo. All right, so normally we have Lauren with us today, who's going to start. Hi, Lauren.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Let me pull your demo on screen, and stage is yours. You can get started.
All right. Well, first of all, hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Rosenell. I'm the executive producer at Ember Sword, or rather at Bright Star Studio, where we are building Ember Sword, of which I'll be showing you a demo today. So let me just tap on the game audio and take you on a little tour of our world. So first of all, as you might notice, and you'll excuse that the stream will not be giving you the full glorious 60 FPS that I am currently experiencing. Ember Sword is actually a blockchain-based MMO. It is a full-on MMO experience that, let's say, benefits from all the beautiful things that blockchain can bring to gaming. So Ember Sword basically takes place in a large isometric world, which I was just taking a short roundabout walk of. But before I show you any more of the world, I think actually I might have to do some fishing, because you see I'm going to need some food before I engage in any combat with some of the creatures in our world. Now, we've landed in Ashfall Forest, an area within Solarwood, which is one of the 4 quarters of our game world. So I'll give you a quick walk around in that, but you know, as we wait for some fish to come in, I would like to tell you a bit more about Ember Sword, obviously. So Ember Sword is a blockchain-based MMO. It is also an MMO that can run straight in your web browser, as well as an independent application. So one of the unique things we're doing with Ember Sword is we're building this isometric game with a rather beautiful art style that will actually open up in a browser window when you get an invite link in about 5 seconds. Now, obviously, as you can imagine, this is a... Oh, sorry. Am I being heard here? Yeah, I see someone smiling, so I am being heard. It's totally fine. Someone is saying that I wasn't being heard. All right, so I'm just going to engage in a little bit of combat with these creatures here. But basically, Ember Sword is everything you'd expect from like a much more, let's say, high-end MMO that is coming in from an isometric perspective, where you can engage in combat with a wide range. Oh crap! I'm about to die here. Give me just a moment. I'd better eat a little bit. Sorry for all the nom-noms. But yeah, basically, it's an isometric MMO which you can play that benefits from blockchain technology, gives you a beautiful experience, and it rests on a couple of baseline principles. So while I'm playing, it's kind of hard to give you the full story. So let me head back to the village for a moment. Um, Basically, Ember Sword lets you do a couple of things that are unique to an MMO. One of them is actually owning a chunk of the world. So in Ember Sword, you can actually own your own chunk of the land, build on it, earn revenue from it, and own basically what is a part of this beautiful world. So you could own this little chunk of solar wood and decide what buildings to place, maybe place a couple of vendors. Players can talk to said vendors, sell their items to that particular vendor, or indeed buy some items that that vendor is offering. Maybe I shouldn't have sold all my fish after my horrible performance previously fighting these creatures. And then in addition, there is a second big component to it outside of owning land, being able to build on land, being able to earn revenues from land. The other thing we're doing is, although we are not by any means a pay-to-win game, because as you can see, the items that I'm equipping right now, these items themselves are actually not on chain, right? So this sword that I'm wearing right now is not an on-chain item. However, for all our items, there are cosmetic collectibles that basically allow you to tune the look and feel of your character, have unique dances, have unique pets, have all sorts of awesome things in-game that are actually on the blockchain and freely tradable, obviously in-game, but also outside of the game on marketplaces like OpenSea. So thanks to that fact, we're basically opening up the game economy like, many blockchain games have done, with a big difference that we're offering obviously a really cool full-on 3D experience where you're experiencing combat that's a lot more like what you might expect from, let's say, a full-on 3D MMO. And we're not just talking a small world, just, so that we're looking at the right reference here. Ember Sword is also one single massive world consisting out of approximately 160,000 plots of player-owned land and a whole lot of non-player-owned land, where you'll be able to venture out into an adventure. And if you're wondering about the gameplay itself, as you can see, combat is very much a sort of a real-time affair. We're having PvE, PvP, and I just got slain by a mob here. We're having PvE, PvP, and also we have a skill-based system. So basically, you can go out, do whatever you want to do, and get better at doing that one particular thing by just engaging in anything from, let's say, harvesting rocks to increase your mining skill, all the way down to, actually, let me do that now. Hopefully you'll leave me alone, right? I'm now mining some rocks, right? To just using your sword in order to level up in your sword skills, to casting magic or, spells to boost that particular ability. All in all, I think that, that gives you a quick rundown of the Ember Sword experience, and hopefully you've liked seeing some of it in motion, and hopefully the om-nom-nomming on the fish and my horrendous skills at the game currently did not scare you off. So from now on, I think I'll zap away from the screen and take any questions you might have.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Lauren, for the demo. We had to cut the music because I was seeing in the comments they couldn't hear you due to the music being louder than your voice. I hope it's okay.
No, that's totally okay. I'm just sorry that in case anyone missed out on the awesome nom 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 sounds when we're eating fish.
Right, they will get to try it, right? Because very soon, like I see one of the questions is like any date, any beta date for the game, or is it in pre-alpha?
Okay, yeah. So that's maybe a good one to tackle right away. We have actually got a big announcement coming up, But that one will refer to actually our very first pre-sale. So keep your eyes out. That might be announced as early as start of December. And yeah, with that might come some opportunity also for those people hopping in early to have a look at some of these things, like, for example, our first demo.
Excellent. Yes, so feel free to post some links to join your Discord server as well in the chat, so people can join and be part of the Ember's World community. And meanwhile, what we are going to do is we are going to start with the live questions. So if you've been following what Lawrence said, I know it was a bit hard, so he will try to pick an easy question when something that everyone could have heard properly, please. And we'll give 1 minute to the audience to type in the answer, and then you'll tell us what's the correct answer, and we'll pick a winner. All right, let's do this.
All right. Well, I hope with the music that it wasn't covered by that, but we'll give it a go. So during my talk, I did mention what this area of the Ember Sword world is actually called. That we were walking through. So that would be question number 1.
It's just one question. The second will be on social media after today's event.
Excellent.
So, all right. So what is the name of?
Not give that one away. What is the name of this area in Ember Sword that we just showed you?
Okay, so we're going to be giving a minute from now everyone to answer this question. We can also play a little jingle.
We're getting better and better at every event. Now we have jingles. Soon, what's next? All right, we can see some comments coming. So we'll give it a few more seconds. There's a lag between us and the live, so that it's about a 15-second difference. That's why I see
lots of other questions coming in.
Yep. We are over 100 people watching live right now, so it's a great start. It's really, really good. We're starting with a great game already in beta stage that will soon have a major announcement in December, so look for it.
Yes. So
all right, and let's say we are over, so no more replies, please. And Lauren, tell us what was the correct answer to the question. What is the name of this area of the Ember's world that you just showed us?
It is Solarwood, although I think Ashfall Forest could also count as a legitimate answer, because I did say, this is Ashfall Forest, and it's inside, a quarter of the world called Solarwood.
All right, so we'll take into account either Ashfall Forest or the Solarwood, and I think I pick a winner because he said both. So yeah, the more precise you are, the better. Congratulations to King 6 String. I hope I pronounced that right. And we'll be in touch with you for the prize. Maybe you can remind us what's the amazing prize that King 6 Street has won.
Well, what we'll be giving away today is actually an estate in that exact area in Solarwood, which will be part of one of the upcoming pre-sales. So he has to look forward to having his very own piece of land in this beautiful world.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I also want to remind everyone to please, if you haven't done so already, sign up onto the Eventbrite link so that we can find you and send the rewards and prize to you.
Yes, like we've distributed almost all the prizes from the demo one except 2 people. So we hope to see you today by any chance, so we can get in touch and send you your prize. All right, thank you so much. Let's move to our next demo, right? So just a quick look at the agenda. We're going to have game credit now with Matthew. All right, so Matthew here.
Hello, everyone. Good to be on here with the blockchain Gaming Association, and today I'm going to be talking you through the Game Credits platform. So we're not a game directly, although we do own games that we design and release. But we're actually the first gaming cryptocurrency. We used to be known as Gamers Coin. And what I'm going to do today is show you some of the new features and functionality that we've just added to alongside our rewards portal. So let me give you the way I'm going to kind of structure this is I have a PowerPoint deck that'll give you some real high level, simple view of what we're doing. And then I'll take you into our rewards portal and show you what the capabilities are. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, so just taking you quick through this. So the rewards portal, what is it?
Can I just interrupt? Can you go full screen so everyone can see even better? Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Okay, so what is it? It's a way for both games and players and other creators to be a part of the blockchain gaming ecosystem that we're developing. So we've earmarked 100,000 game credits that are given out each week. That's split between both games and players. And, you know, it's not just games. It's streamers, it's esports personalities, it's any creator, it's artists that wants to be part of our ecosystem that can add their content to our smart contracts and our DAO, and then make that available for their user base to be a part of. So I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. But as you put more game credits and that in kind of the DeFi sort of approach, you earn game rewards. And then in the near future, you will also earn rewards points, or what we call loyalty points, for redeeming NFTs. So it's kind of a passive way of redeeming NFTs over time. The more you support us with putting your tokens in the contract, which can be taken out at any time, but during the duration of that staking of your tokens, you earn both loyalty points and more game credits for you to use as you wish. So let me go ahead and show you that quick, the live website, so you can see kind of the plethora of games that we have. So here we have the rewards portal, and you can see, Crypto Motors, Sandbox, Splinterlands, Altcoin Fantasy, Nova Blitz. These are just a few of our partners that we have today. And, you could I've earned 3,881 game, those are available on quite a few exchanges of where you can purchase game or sell game. And like Bittrex, BitBay, those are all exchanges that we're on. And you can deposit tokens onto the game credits platform, either on a specific game. Like in this case, I'm supporting Nova Blitz currently, and I'm earning a certain amount of game each week. There's a payout at the beginning of each week. I've earned 1,936 game, right? And then in the near future, we will also be giving out loyalty points, which can be used to redeem NFTs. So let me take you into the second portion of this, which is our NFT creation, and then the ability to purchase those NFTs. So let me jump back to our PowerPoint here. So here you can see just the concept behind the Game Foundry. So the Foundry is a place where our creators can go and create content for their particular game or metaverse or whatever it is that they want to do. It could be artwork. And these collectibles, the first pass is collectibles, but we will also support in-game items, skins, digital cards for tradable card games, avatars, basically whatever your imagination can come up with. Our API and our SDK that we'll be releasing soon supports these things to be able to do that and to be able to give further utility for whatever game you have, or if you're a user, to take part in our rewards portal and purchasing these things from our marketplace. So here, and the idea behind our collectibles is you buy something and you randomly get a rarity from that. So in this case, the most common thing may be the level 1, and then furthermore, you can purchase it and you may randomly get the level 5, and then these can be merged into higher levels over time. And depending on, in this case, I'm showing avatars from the game Nova Blitz. These are actually available today on our website, app.gamecredits.org, and you can purchase these today with game credits. And you may randomly get a legendary archangel or a legendary werewolf if it ends up being your luck today. So that's one of the things I wanted to. These will be items that can be used within the Nova Blitz game as avatars, and they'll have kind of smart and witty things that they can say to other players in the middle of a game. Nova Blitz is a game that we developed, and it allows you to play and battle one-on-one, player versus player with a fantasy sci-fi theme. It's a tradable card game, and it eventually will be on the blockchain in the near future as well, taking advantage of our API and all the in-game items. But again, this collectible concept is not just for games. It's for streamers. It's for personalities. It's for metaverses. It's for artists. We want to make it available to everyone and make this exciting, opportunity and ecosystem available. So let me take you in and show you what that looks like purchasing one of these. So I'm going to go into the available rewards for Nova Blitz, or the available collectibles for Nova Blitz. I'm going to go ahead and purchase one of these, and we'll see what I get here. So I'll go ahead and purchase this Tomb Dweller, and I'll buy it for 400 game. It'll have me sign the transaction here, and I'll get one of these randomly determined borders. And this just requires MetaMask. Okay, I got a legendary. What do you know? So I just bought this, and I got a legendary border. And some of this stuff we'll be developing in the near future to build it out, make it more understandable, and to continue to add utility as well. So this then can be viewed in my collection. So the one I just purchased down here, Tomb Dweller, and that one just went into my my collection here. So you can see what you've purchased so far. So then let me switch back now to my presentation and take you into the one other thing I wanted to mention with this is it's also, because this is for both users buying things from games and games taking part in it, I want to show you what that foundry looks like, the creation, the minting of these NFTs. And I'm going to do that on our test network because I don't want to add data that's not live. So I got to switch my network here. So let me quick switch. It should refresh my page. And I'm on the test network. So if I go in, I've created 2 games. I have this game Blockybon and I have Nova Blitz Test. I can create my own game here. And it creates it on the smart contract, and it gets all added. And then I can also go in and I can create collectibles. So I can create this new collectible. I can choose a file and add it. And then I can name it. I can set a rarity, and I can set the initial price in game so that there is, and it's a simple interface, but there is an API to do this in an automated way. And so we can support whatever's needed here. If you're a game or a creator and you want to make your content available through our platform, we can help you do that through the available tools that we have. So, and then finally, our marketplace to be able to buy and sell this stuff is right around the corner. So we'll have an in-game market where you can see the items that people sell. It's a secondary market. So if you want to sell items as a user that you've purchased, that you've collected, you can do that. You can earn game credits by doing that, by selling. It's kind of like an eBay for our ecosystem. And there's some fees that go out. So the game developer gets a little bit of the fee, or the creator. And then if it's a third party, like you could host a marketplace on your own website using our APIs. And so you would make a fee as well. And then the platform takes a fee. And then the player then gets paid out in game credits based on what they were selling. So that's shortly around the corner in terms of what we're developing. And that pretty much covers it for today. Now, earlier I mentioned, so let me switch back here. I'll stop sharing. Earlier I mentioned I want to put out the question now. So I think I'm ready at this point for the question for people to answer.
Let's get to the question. Cool. All right, thanks, Matthew. So what is the price first before we jump into the question?
The price for game credits or for collectibles?
Well, there's pick here. There's two questions, two price. Pick the one you want, and
the prize. Oh yeah. So the prize today is for a founders token. So if you receive, for the Game Foundry token, and so if you answer the correct answer to this question, then you will receive the founders token, which is a game credits token. Let me show you a picture of that.
Great. And while we are seeing the picture of that, let's ask the question and let's run already for the audience to answer. So in the meantime, you tell us what the question now, and we'll give it 1 minute for people who are watching us live on Twitter and YouTube.
Sure. So what was the name? I mentioned earlier, what was the name of game credits originally when it was formed? What was the name of the token / coin?
All right. And show us in the meantime. We have the jingle. You can show us how it looks, and we'll pick the right answer within 1 minute. Good luck. Here. All right, so whoever want to win that amazing Game Credit 2020 Foundry Launch token, you need to get the answer right to that question. What was Game Credit formerly known as? And the answer is in the white paper. So, like, if you read, then you'll know the answer, and you can.
And I did also mention it early on, just as a kind of a hint. So it's in the white paper. It's also something I mentioned earlier in the conversations.
Of course. All right. So 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. So what was the correct answer? Please tell us, Matt.
Yeah, the answer was Gamers Coin. That was the original name of the game credits token. So,
all right, Gamers Coin. Let's see who get it right. I see a lot of correct answers, so I'll just pick one randomly. Tack. Oh, I see people answering multiple times. That doesn't count. Only one. Don't cheat. We see you. And all right, our first winner for this Foundry coin is Dog God Frog Log. That's a hard to pronounce name. I think you need to say it quite fast. All right, congratulations for winning. We'll be in touch with you for sending you the prize. And thanks, Matthew, for the presentation and the live demo of the Game Credit platform.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and we're excited about being a part of this blockchain gaming association. So thank you so much.
Thank
Cool.
you. Thank you so much for being here, and well done to the winner.
All right. Next on our agenda today is going to be Upland. So do we have, yes, here he is coming back. Hey, John.
Howdy. My name is John Connor, and I'm a product manager for Upland, and I specialize in live operations. So I will share my screen and give you all a quick overview of Upland. Let's see. Okay, can everyone see my screen now?
Yes, we can. Thank you, Matt.
Okay, so Upland is a digital metaverse that is based on real-world property locations, and the ownership of all the digital property is written to the EOS blockchain. And so we focus on three primary modes of interaction. There's play, earn, and connect. We say play because at the end of the day, Upland is a game. There's many gamified experiences within the application itself. We also have live events, some of which are themed. Other live events have to do with new features that we're releasing. And then we have a very active and vibrant community with thousands of members on Discord. And our community also creates their own events. We also have community-driven content. We have a news station that was generated by our users, and a number of websites where people are reporting data and other activities that are going on in Upland as well. The second component of the Upland activity is earn. So Upland, while it is a game, is also an entire economy. Because individuals own these property parcels on the blockchain in our metaverse, on a long enough timeline, they'll also be able to build properties on them as well as have businesses where they can earn, real money in UpX, which is our coin within the game that you use to buy property, but eventually also make fiat currency as well. And actually something that we just launched yesterday, we're calling property to USD. It's actually a new feature that we integrated with our partner Tilia that allows individuals in the game to sell their property directly for USD to other players. And so we had our first 10 NFT sales yesterday directly for USD, which was a huge breakthrough for us. And the last pillar of the Upland world is connecting. As I mentioned, we have a very vibrant community, and we're always adding new features that better allow the community to connect, collaborate, and do creative things within the Upland world. So I just want to give you a little example of what these properties look like. If I zoom in, you can get a better idea. So these gray properties are properties that are not yet owned or not yet minted to the blockchain. This property right here is one that is owned by a player. You can see that player's name is John Doe, funny enough. And these are properties that are owned by players that are for sale. So right now, the Upland metaverse primarily focuses on San Francisco. We also unlocked New York, specifically all of Manhattan last week, but that remains in vanilla mode. The primary activity in the game, the competitions, and a lot of the community activity is still focused on San Francisco. On a long enough timeline, we plan on expanding, really to the entire world. But because this is a balanced ecosystem and a balanced economy, we're slowly integrating new cities into our metaverse so that we don't dilute the value of all the properties our players have already purchased in the game. So as part of our gamification, we also have leaderboards and challenges. Right now we have no active challenges. We'll have 3 that will become active later today, where players get rewarded with UpX, our in-game currency. But we also have these leaderboards here that show how different players are doing in terms of the Uplanders they've referred, collections they've completed within the game, visitors, and a lot more. So we use these leaderboards and challenges to keep things interesting and to keep activity within the Upland economy as we're slowly adding more and more features. So some features that we're really excited about we'll be launching in the next couple months include 3D buildings. So we just demoed this for Halloween. We had a number of our players submit 3D haunted houses that we then put on the map, and then other players could visit them, and they could even see video experiences that were integrated as well. In addition to the 3D buildings, we'll also have business licenses that will allow players to sell NFTs within the game, run NFT galleries, and do a number of other economic activities that are going to be very bleeding edge for the entire NFC space. And with that, I know I'm about time on the presentation component itself, so I'd like to open it up for questions.
Sorry, I was looking for my streaming window. I got lost. All right, that's a great demo. Thank you so much, John. And I really like all those parcels and all those live dots is amazing. Do we see in the channel some question? I will take just one quickly, and then we'll go with the price since the time is short. Wait, that's probably not the best question. Some weird comment. Can I sell it for ETH or BTC instead of the currency? So yeah, can you tell us about the UPX token, if it's available on any exchange and can be traded for other currency maybe?
Yeah, so UPX right now is purely an in-game currency. Now, the value, how much UPX you have is written to the blockchain, but we don't have any plans right now of putting on any exchanges. The real key thing that kind of connects the loop from, value going into our platform to value coming out is what we launched yesterday, which is the beta of our property to USD feature. So you can buy UPX with Bitcoin, and then you can sell the properties for USD. Now, in the future, we may be adding additional features depending on how we can navigate the regulatory issues. And I think that also brings us to the question that we had on our side.
So that's a great transition. Let's jump into the question. Tell us first, what is the prize to win?
So we have, for prizes today, 3 NFTs that are in New York. So 3 property parcels that, as more players buy in New York and as more activity is promoted in New York, those properties will increase in value. And because people can build on them, the more features we release, the more they'll appreciate just by virtue of what you can do with those properties in the Upland metaverse. In addition, as I mentioned, these are NFTs. And so we're also going to have other NFTs that can be traded in and outside of Upland as well. So that's just providing a little bit of context to the prize. So the question itself is, what company helps Upland take care of regulations so that next generation digital economies can flourish? Now, that was mentioned in the context of our fiat out feature, which is the property to USD, the company that helped us integrate that. I don't know if anyone caught that one.
All right, 1 minute. What company helps Upland take care of regulations so next generation digital economies can flourish? If you've been listening to this great product demo that John gave us just a few minutes ago, you'll get the right answer.
Okay, so I'm gonna give everyone 1 minute to answer this question and play a little jingle. So let's see who's going to give us the right answer.
Okay, so John, tell us, what's the correct answer?
So the correct answer is Tilia, which is a subsidiary of Second Life, which is one of the the biggest metaverse actually in the world. And so we're utilizing their technology to integrate financial transactions in the blockchain metaverse.
Okay, I see a lot of Tilia. How would you spell it? Like Second Life is one answer. How do you spell
Tilia is T-I-L-I-A. They got some close ones though. Yeah.
I don't see any right answer. Like I think people heard Trulia or something like that. That's here, Jack.
Yeah, it might be my American accent, so that might be fair. Trulia might have to be a fair one.
That's
Make that
fine.
sound
I
right.
can see here we get a winner, Jack. He's
Well
a
done,
good friend
Jack.
from Cointelegraph. So congratulations, Jack. You won a fantastic prize from Upland, a free NFT parcel in New York that will appreciate in value. Thank you so much, John, for the demo. Sorry that it was a bit challenging to get the right answer, it seems, but we got a great winner today. And now we're going to move to our next demo on the agenda, which will be Dark Country with Zachary.
Hey, everybody. First, I want to give Blockchain Game Alliance a major thanks for giving all of these products and platforms a chance to show off exactly what they've got. So my name is Zachary Kom. I'm the creative director for Blockchain Heroes, which is a collectible project on the Wax blockchain. But I'm here to represent Dark Country because I absolutely adore this property. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen right now. If you could just confirm that you can see that.
Yeah, we can see it.
And can you also hear the music in the background there?
No, we cannot.
Okay.
Yeah, we can, but don't put it too loud. Actually, it's good. Well, like it's just subtle, but it's there.
Awesome.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we can hear it now. Thanks.
Dark Country is a sprawling property that is all set up on non-fungible tokens. So NFTs, those are assets that are on today the Wax blockchain, and it's all in this setting that is a combination of old American Western country and dark occult rituals, which is a flavor that I really enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up for a game because we've got some turn-based player versus player trading card game action to show you. And I'm going to get into a duel here with one of the members of the Dark Country team and hopefully kick his ass. Now, I know that what I'm demoing here is the main game for Dark Country, but the game's been available for a couple months already. It's currently in an alpha state that's already received several regular updates. And it's actually not the only game that Dark Country already has live. They also have a Hero Fight Club that you can find through their website. So definitely open a tab in darkcountry.io and then come right back here so you can watch what's about to happen. I just won a game instantly. Okay, hold on. I think we had some of these fingers slip right there. So to sort of outline how far the game has come already, there was already a core release set of cards that will be used in this game that I'm showing to you. The first expansion was the Exodus card set. They released a hero sale where the characters that you use to win the battles are available through those packs. And then upcoming on November 19th and 20th, is the Cultist sale. And the Cultist sale is going to be a brand new expansion of cards that are going to be very highly desirable for those of you who are looking to either try out or get competitive in the Dark Country game. We seem to be having some issues with the queue at the moment. So I'm going to take a break from trying to do that. I'm going to show you some of the cards that we actually have available. Now, if you have any experience with collectible card games at all, then you're going to be extremely comfortable in Dark Country. You can see that there are just 3 parameters on most of the cards here. There is a cost, an attack, and a defense. Now, if you played Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering especially, you're going to know exactly what those numbers mean. The first number is a resource cost. That is how much energy you have to spend during your turn in order to pay for the card. And then the attack is how much damage is done to a target. The defense is how much health the card has. And once that runs out to 0, that card is discarded from the game board. There's a bunch of different play styles that have already been incorporated into the game in the form of different factions. And I've already built a couple of decks that I'm going to hopefully demo to you soon. One being the Resolute Rangers. And the whole point of the Resolute Rangers is that they have a lot of creatures that are focused on protecting your front line. They have the Fortify ability, which forces enemies to target and destroy those characters before they can hurt your other characters or your hero. And if your hero takes too much damage, that's how you lose the game. Then we've got the Destructive Horde, and the Destructive Horde is themed around necromancy. Like I was mentioning before, there's a lot of occult ritual involved in this setting. And what's the deal with necromancy? You're able to summon all of these skeletons and undead that are cheap, but they're frail. And so the Destructive Hordes faction is excellent for throwing out lots of cheap creatures in an attempt to quickly overwhelm your enemies. I've got a special deck already built for both of them. We just need to make sure that we're able to actually get into a clash here. Here we go. All right, Zeki, you are going down. So I've got a bunch of options for a starting hand here, and I can go ahead and pick as many of these cards that I want to get rid of for my first turn, and I can exchange those out for other cards in the hope that those will position me better for winning the early game here. So he played first, and he looks like he might be playing Destructive Hordes because he's got a cheap zombie out there on the field. And it's my turn. So every turn starts by drawing a card, and then it's got highlighted for me the cards that are available for me to play. So I'm just going to get something out on the board there. Every turn, your maximum mana increases and is refilled entirely. So last turn I only had 1, but now I have 2 because the game sort of ramps up over time. So now that I can afford to play this guy, I'm going to throw him out there. And he had a special ability that added a random spell to my hand, so I got an extra card there for free. Now that it's been a turn since I summoned the Bobcat, I can go ahead and use that to deal a little bit of face damage to my opponent. So he just cast a spell that summoned 3 zombies. So he's now got this super aggressive, super high-powered early game on turn 3. Now I can do a little bit of fancy stuff here. So if I go ahead and use the attack on the Bobcat and I pull out the Navajo Skinwalker, we can see that he's got an ability that allows me to destroy a friendly creature to make this card much stronger. And I just made a little bit of statistical profit in that. But I also need to control my enemy's front line here. And I think to force him to throw some cards away on my Skinwalker, I'm going to use a spell to give that one Fortify. That's the ability I was talking about earlier. So now he either has to get rid of Fortify or he has to throw his cheap skeletons up against my Skinwalker in order to take it out so that he actually has access to my main hero. Now, this is obviously just a demo, but all of these cards that you are seeing, including the 2 main characters, are in fact assets that are on the Wax blockchain. Oh, okay, so I can use some spells to just immediately get rid of some of his front line here. And since I've got a big advantage in the damage I can threaten with right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and use that to my advantage. We're starting to head into the mid game as the mana counts get up into 5 and 6. I'm waiting to play my Piazza here because this is an incredibly powerful card, but you have to have 7 mana, so you don't really have a chance of playing this card early on. That's why there's so much strategy involved in building your own deck, deciding which cards go into the strategy that you are ultimately going to use to try to overwhelm your opponent. What are you holding on to, Zeki? He's thinking. So a couple other details that you can see on the on this screen here. You can see the cards that have been played and defeated up at the top left. It's sort of a timeline of what's already happened. And then on the right side, you can see the number of cards that each of us have in our decks remaining. I don't actually know what happens when you get down to 0 cards. I haven't gotten that far yet. Games tends to resolve before that, in my experience. Okay, so this is the only option I have for spending mana, but I can definitely use it to eliminate one of those. I'll use my weaker creature to empty his board, and now he's taking some solid damage. All right, so he just pulled out a caster that also summoned a couple of minions. So he's absolutely playing the destructive hordes because he's in 2 separate turns. He's used a single card to play 3 creatures onto the board, which really illustrates the variety of tactics that are available. You can see here how I've got 2 creatures now that have Fortify because that sort of matches the theme of this deck. Uh-oh. The big guns are starting to come out. So that was a 7-cost card that he just played there. But I can play mine now, and next turn I'll be able to start using that. Yeah, I want to highlight that we have Ola in the chat. Ola is in charge of the Dark Country project, and as he points out, there are UI updates and graphical effect updates going out to enrich the visuals that you are seeing right here. I don't want to take up too much time because I know that you guys have a lot of projects that still need to get their slot. So why don't we go ahead and have the question portion as we're still playing this in the background?
Let's do that. Tell us, Dak, what is the answer? What is the question first, and what is the price?
The question is, what was the first Dark Country expansion series called? And the prize is going to be hero packs. Each hero pack is like a booster pack that will give you 3 hero characters that can be used today in the Hero Fight Club through Dark Country, and in the future will be usable in the Dark Country main game itself.
That's a really cool prize.
Wow.
You get a heroes pack that allows you to play the game right now, like Zach is showing us. So I hope you got excited by this demo. Like, look at this art, all the amazing graphics of all the cards. That's everything is already playable. That's the beauty of like why we put together this BGA demo day. Like, we want to show you like actual games, actual product that you can use now. So like people stop to kind of like start feeling out that the industry is getting more and more mature, that the products are now live, they can be played, you can have, of course, transactions with the blockchain, you can have like pre-sale, but it's not just all about that. It's also about like the actual games and product. And I see a few answers coming in already on the channel. So we'll give it a few more seconds, play the jingle, and once the jingle has finished, we'll get the answer.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so what was the correct answer?
The correct answer was the Exodus series.
Perfect. I see only correct replies. So everyone has been really attentive to your demo, listening and watching the demo. That's great. And we're going to pick one lucky winner.
Winner. And the winner is?
And the winner is Gabriel. Congratulations.
Well done.
Well done. Thank you. Please, we'll be in touch for the prize. I see there's been one question, so we're short on time, but feel free to keep the conversation going directly on the chat if you want to address some of those. It's always great to know more about the game you just saw. And
yes,
now
we can definitely continue the conversation on Twitter. So we can just retweet what we are looking at right now and make sure to send your questions, and we'll get them to answer to you.
Thank you all very much for the opportunity to demo Dark Country.
Thank you. It was great. Thank you.
Thank you. And now the next company we're going to have is Community Gaming, and we have Chris with us today.
Hey everyone.
Hey,
Can
Chris.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, let me share my screen.
So something that worth mentioning is like what you're going to see today with community gaming, what Chris will be showing you is actually an exclusive. It is the first time that is being shown live with a new logo, the new interface, and going through the product. So it's great. We're really happy to be welcoming here an exclusive product demo. And now let's see it.
Right. So yeah, thank you to the BGA. Thank you, Seb, and the team for organizing these events. These are really awesome. And as you said, I'm excited to share communitygaming.io, which has gotten some nice visual updates recently. This is our new logo. And I'm going to demo today going through signing up as a new user. So my name is Chris Gonzalez. I'm the CEO. And when you hit the front page, you're going to see a bunch of current tournaments. These are all tournaments that are either organized by us or organized by players from different communities. You can see this Splinterlands tournament I just put up before jumping on the call. And we have tournaments in the Axie Infinity community. This one's hosted by someone named Chief. And if you kind of just scroll through, you'll see some of the past tournaments we ran. We ran this one over the weekend with a 1,000 DAI prize pool. And if you look further down, you'll see just more information about applying to be an organizer, some of the features, our partners. And historically, we've been an esports events company hosting in-person and online events. And we are now an online tournament platform. So very different than a traditional tournament platform. We bill ourselves as an automated tournament platform. All of the payments going through our system, getting paid out to players, entry fees, getting bought in to build up prize pools, all go through a smart contract, and it's built on the Ethereum mainnet. So, let's say I wanted to join this tournament. There's currently 132 players registered. This was all created by Chief, so that he customized all of this info. You can see everyone here that's registered. You can click into their profile. This is the prize pool. It's called Whale Token. Not sure how many of you guys are fans of Whale, but we support any ERC20 token. So let's say I'm a new user. I just hit the site here. Right now I'm not signed in. I would click join tournament, and from there, I'd be prompted to sign up. And before I go through this, I want to kind of state that we are building this for mainstream gamers, right? We're building this for the millions of League of Legends players who are as young as 18, 19 years old, to all of the players in the blockchain gaming community, Axie Infinity, Splinterlands, Skyweaver, some of the best games. And I'm just going to put in some info here. It's my fake name, and just put Craig as well. So we're all used to username, password. That's not unusual. Put in date of birth. And like I mentioned, we're building this for players who are not blockchain savvy. If you are blockchain savvy, you'll probably just click connect to MetaMask, and we have some other wallet connect options here. But most users who have been signing up lately, are not. They don't know what Coinbase is necessarily. They've never had a MetaMask wallet. They don't know what Binance is, and really, we're not trying to introduce hurdles to them when they just want to sign up for a free tournament. So you would click request a wallet, which is kind of like our no hands approach, our non-blockchain savvy onboarding option, and you would get an email. So this will refresh this page. Hopefully you can still see me switching tabs here. And in a second, we'll get this email. We'll click login, and then we will go back, and boom, we are in. So, as you can see, at no point did that user see a private key or even a mnemonic phrase or a public key. And that's the point, right? We don't want to introduce any hurdles, right? We don't want to have to go through a security procedure necessarily. And that integration you saw was done using Magic Link. So they are the integration partner there. We do not custody any user funds. That is, if you choose that option, then that's handled by Magic Link and their custody partners. So, okay, now I'm in, and I can now join this tournament. I can click join again, and you can see I get the notification, and I'm in. So, that was pretty simple, right? That there was no hurdles there based on your knowledge of blockchain or smart contracts. You can also contribute to the prize pool. So we have kind of a crowdfunding aspect if you want to raise the prize pool. And you can click into people's profile. We have a bunch of updates that are going to be pushed to really enhance how this profile page looks. We're going to add leaderboards. And one other point that I want to bring up, I know I can't switch applications, so hopefully you guys can everyone see this? Can everyone see me in my other tab right now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So you don't need to be the best player on communitygaming.io to earn money, right? Obviously, if you're the best, you're going to earn a lot of money winning, first, second, third place prizes. But we're also going to introduce an earnings program where you can earn money through weekly quests, weekly achievements. The most important of these achievements will be NFT badges. This will all be able to be tracked on a leaderboard. So this is just kind of an example, right? Not necessarily real numbers here, but we do want to emphasize that if you are a highly engaged player on the platform, you'll be able to earn, a significant amount of stable tokens, stable coins. Right now this shows DAI, and Maker is a great partner of ours. But really, we can introduce any tokens as a reward system. So players who are highly engaged, right? You're playing in tournaments. You're not even necessarily winning, but you're playing in them. You're organizing your own tournaments. You're donating. You can picture 10 or 20 different actions you can do, and you may walk away. You may walk away at the end of the week with 20 DAI in rewards, right? And then you can run your own tournament. You can enter tournaments. So we want this to be, as much as it's a tournament platform, we want it to be a payments, tech, and earnings platform as well. So, right now you can see that we have different tournaments live. This one, anyone can enter this. Like I said, this is being hosted by, comment in the chat if you guys know Ken. He's a great streamer. He streams a ton of blockchain games. This tournament's being supported by Splinterlands, the game developer. They're putting in some land, and then we and Maker have contributed some of this DAI through a grant that we got from MakerDAO. So I just put this up, so I'm going to put in some of the rules this week. But these are the 2 on-chain tournaments that we have live right now, and then we also host tournaments that I'm calling them off-chain because we have existing users for many years that play in our our League of Legends tournaments, our Dota tournaments, and we're not fully ready to basically convert all of our thousands of existing users to getting paid in crypto. But the goal is, with that sign-up process you just saw, and soon we'll have a wire integration where you can convert crypto to USD, compliantly, that all of these tournaments will eventually be on chain. So if you like Call of Duty, the new game is coming out soon. These are some of the past ones, like I mentioned. And the last, I don't know how much time I have left, but you can see here, this was the payout scheme for Chiefs tournament over the weekend. And this is the Etherscan transaction. Right, so this is a pretty sexy transaction. You have 16 payments going out to 16 different players from the tournament. The guy who came in 16th place still got 10 DAI, right? So you don't need to be the best. And this is all one transaction because all of the DAI was held in our smart contract. And when the organizer, in this case, his name was Chief, when he certified the end of the tournament, it was all paid out in one transaction, right? So the idea here is that you're getting paid immediately. It's transparent, and very soon we're going to alleviate the gas costs through an integration with Matic, and eventually supporting other EVM compatible chains. So it's going to be cheap, fast, and transparent. And from an organizer perspective, if I can maybe switch gears here a little bit, this is some screenshots from our version 2 of our front end that's coming out soon. So you're going to see the profile page that I just mentioned is going to look a lot sexier. You're going to have NFT badges here. You're going to have leaderboards. You're going to have kind of more of a dark theme is what we're going with. And this is another shot of the profile page where you can see earnings. So there's a lot coming right now. We're live with the V1 on Ethereum mainnet, and we have tournaments pretty much every week. 2 or 3 tournaments a week by streamers from the community, and then we run our own tournaments as well. So yeah, that was a demo of how to get started. You don't need to be a blockchain user. You can just be a mainstream gamer, because that's really the audience we're building this for, is the millions of players out there who have yet to create a wallet. So yeah, that is a quick demo, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Chris, for going through the all quick demo. It's good to see there's already some tournament live, there's already players, and everyone get a chance to win, not just the first one, but just mentioned, like, even if you came 10th out of the tournament, you still won 10 DAI, which is like $10 basically.
Yeah.
So they spent nothing and they came out earning $10 after what? Like how many hours of gameplay, or what did they need to do concretely?
So in a game like Splinterlands, those games go by quick, right? You can run a whole tournament in a couple hours if it's single elimination. Axie Infinity, maybe 4 or 5 hours. Chief gets a lot of players, right? He's going to hit 256 this weekend probably. So it takes longer, the larger the bracket is. Maybe I'll show you one more screenshot I didn't show. The bracket can get quite large. And one thing I don't think I mentioned is the organizer, in this case, his name is Chief. He is actually earning as well. So he is earning what's called an organizer fee, which he can input when he customizes his tournament. So in order to get organizer access, you just need to request it. Just click this button. You'll get taken to a page with a few short questions. We'll give you organizer access. You'll get a new button up here that says organizer dashboard, and you'll be able to customize your own tournaments. That's everything from, if there's an entry fee, if it's free to enter. So I can see in the future, 5 DAI entry fee tournaments being a huge attraction, right? Everyone can, in aggregate, come together and get some really big prize pools without any sponsors. And Chief or whatever organizer is organizing it can take, for instance, 5% of that for his own fee, right? Because he's the one promoting it, he's streaming it, he's doing all this work. And on other platforms, you're just not incentivized. Like, it's just a lot of work that you do because you love the game and you love the community. But we want everyone to be able to earn. The organizers, the players, and even the not so great players, as long as they're engaged and providing value to the network.
So that's real play to earn in action. Here you see, and everyone at every level can, as an incentive, if you have like an audience, you want to monetize it and just games, all the games member of the BGA can actually run here a tournament. If you're influencer and you have an audience, you can start to create tournaments where your players can actually earn playing very cool games with simple activities, just a couple of hours. This is real all great and all online. So, all right, let's get with the question and the price for community gaming.
So I didn't realize the question was supposed to be about the presentation. So I just did kind of a fun general gaming esports trivia question. So should I say it or?
Sure. Yes. If you say it, then we're gonna post it here as well.
So my co-founders Hader and Evany, one of their favorite games is Dota. So the trivia question is, what mod is Dota based off of? What mod, to rephrase that, Dota is a mod of what game from the early 2000s?
All right. So you have to be a true gamer, or you need to have played a lot of those esports game, PvP game, where you to know the answer. And, and the price. What will be the price?
So as I mentioned, and I'm just going to show, I think I'm still sharing my screen. No, I'm not. But we are giving away NFT badges every time you complete an achievement on the site, right? If you've organized a tournament, you're getting badges. So today we're just giving away basically a viewer badge to prove that you were here, you saw this, it'll be timestamped with all the metadata. And eventually when the leaderboards are up and the profile page is fully fully activated, you'll be able to see that badge visually that you were here and you answered this question correctly. So it's an NFT badge, and anyone who answers it, I see a couple answers here already. Marco, Rage Kid, yeah, you guys got it correct. It is Warcraft 3.
All right, Warcraft.
Okay, so let's pick a winner. Shall we play the jingle quickly once you?
Tuck. All right, so Rage Kid, all right, that's our winner for today. Congratulations, you get like a very unique NFT badge that proves you were here with us today. And I'm really excited by the platform. So if you're a player and you want to earn some real DAI, some real money by playing your favorite game, including our blockchain games, you should look at community gaming. And if you're a studio or game developer, join. Like, I think you can apply, get in touch with Chris and see how he can help find someone that is going to help organize and promote tournaments with your game.
Yeah, if you're a game developer, please reach out to us. Dark Country, I'm a huge fan of TCGs. Any game developer out there that has a crypto-enabled game, we want to work with you. We want to get your streamers onboarded. They can start running community tournaments, get your competitive infrastructure off the ground. I see an important question here from Brian Burns. I want to answer that just briefly. Who verifies submits the tournament results? So there's two answers there. We are working with a lot of these game developers. I'm going to use Skyweaver as an example to pull the game results automatically using their API, which would propagate you to the next stage of the bracket. And that's kind of the holy grail, right? Wallet created for you, match reports automated, payment automated. So in that case, any game that we can integrate with their API, the results are automated, and the organizer just basically says the tournament's over and does, in this case, one on-chain transaction, and all of those payments are sent out like you saw in that transaction. If there's no API, then the organizer does have some manual steps where he has to report the matches, or users can self-report very soon. But the goal here is to work with as many game developers as possible to automate the entire process from registration, match reporting, to payouts immediately after. So that's a great question, Brian.
Very cool, very cool. All automated, all provable, and that's the best situation. It's all fair, no cheating directly from the game to the platform that promote the tournament. Cool. So we've already seen today 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 great demos, and we do have 6 more. Oh, actually, sorry. Yeah, a few more, like 1. So let's keep going. We'll have normally Vibe Hub next, but we didn't get. It seems on my slide it's not updated who will be presenting. So do we have Vibe Hub with us? If not, I will change the slots.
I think we have Matthew. We should have Matthew.
Matthew here. All right. Yep. Good eyes, Serena. Matthew, are you here?
Yes. Can you hear me right now?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm having issues with my mic, or sorry, my webcam at the moment, but hopefully you guys can hear me and that'll be okay.
We can hear you. So as long as you show us some product demo, we'll be fine. We have things to see.
I should be able to I'm just gonna share here.
Let's do that.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So what I'm going to be showing today, I'm going to be showing some stuff on our Vibe NFTs, as well as discussing more about the upcoming release of our Vibeverse. So just about 6 weeks ago, we released our first Genesis NFT auction, where we are auctioning off game assets for the upcoming release of the Vibeverse. So what we auctioned off was we're auctioning off spaceships and planets of the Vibeverse. So I'll show you guys some of the spaceships we recently auctioned off. So this is all of our marketplace right here. So you can view some of our game assets. So these would be spaceships you can use to fly around in the Vibeverse. And our first auctions were met with a lot of enthusiasm. One of the things that makes our NFTs pretty unique is whenever we hold our Genesis auctions, which is the first time users can acquire Vibe NFTs, 100% of the buying amount is locked up in the NFT as collateral. So it offers a risk-free opportunity for first-time owners, which we think is pretty cool. We have a whole ecosystem, and here's one of the planets in the Vibeverse that we recently auctioned off. And you can scroll down and you can see all the information regarding it, NFT details, the NFT address, description, the planet, all the owners. And there's also in our auctions, you can also have multiple owners. So I'll scroll down. I'll show you a bit more of our NFTs. Yeah, so you can have multiple owners. We have bid pools in our community. So if you can have, if you want to, 100 different owners of a single NFT. So if you can own 1%, 20%, 10% of an NFT, which we're super happy about, and that's on the VRC 3301 standard, which is built on our protocol VibeNet. So we'll scroll down here and we'll have a look at, so there's 25 different planets in the Vibeverse. You can see them all here. We auctioned all these off. The total auction amount was about 527,000 Vibe just for the planets, which is about, I believe it's around $20,000. And it was pretty successful. So we'll turn on the interactive viewer. And what people can do with these planets is we have it set up where all planet owners can mine for Vibrium. Vibrium is the reward token of the Vibeverse. So owners of the planets can set up, they're called V-rigs, where owners can set up mining operations on their planets to mine for Vibrium and then exchange Vibrium for our currency Vibe on our on the Vibe Foundry, which is our version of Uniswap, basically, where you can swap Vibe for Vibrium and Vibe for Vibe. So yeah, you can scroll all down here. And the Vibeverse is set to be released, we're hoping by the end of this month, but we have a demo video here for you where those would be some examples of some of the planets where you can fly around with your spaceship that you acquired. You know, there's some satellites there, some space stations. And this is all built in the browser too, so no downloads, you don't need any high-end PCs or anything like that. There's some more action shots of the Vibeverse. And that's just for starters too. In the future, planet owners will be able to put games on their planets, everything like that, and earn rewards. So, and some more stuff about Vibe NFTs, you can acquire, like just from holding Vibe NFTs, you can accumulate collateral, and we distribute all the earnings the ecosystem makes to all the Vibe NFT owners. So you can accumulate collateral in a number of different ways just by someone selling their NFT. A certain percentage of that sale gets distributed to all Vibe NFT owners through our collateral distribution pool. You can lend your NFTs. You can also take loans out on your NFTs as well. So if you bought a NFT at a Genesis auction for, let's just say, 1,000 Vibe, all that Vibe is locked up in collateral, so then you can take out a loan on the NFT, which is pretty cool, up to 50%. We have a whole loan ecosystem here. So every time you complete a successful loan, your collateral, the amount that you can take out on your loan, increases by 5%. And the people giving the loans are also the users as well. It's a risk-free opportunity for the lenders, who also makes a guaranteed amount. We're looking to have that released by the end of the year. And this is all on our people wanted more information on this. It's on our Vibe Hub Medium blog, which has all the information on just multi-ownership NFTs, pools, everything like that, credit system, how to take out loans on your NFTs and stuff. So, and also whenever you're buying a NFT at the Genesis auction, whenever your loan amount is locked up in the NFT as collateral, you can get that back through the collateral release option within 90 days. So it's pretty fun stuff. And everything here is also built on VibeNet. This is our layer 2 solution. There's no gas fees. All transactions are instant. So anytime you're placing bids on NFTs or buying NFTs, trying to place a bid at an auction, Genesis auction, all transactions are free on VibeNet, which is saves a lot of money. Like even just far, we've already saved about $25,000 in gas fees. Hours and hours worth of time. So we're pretty proud about that, and we'll be offering game developers in the future the ability to build on the Vibe SDK here, where they'll get transactional support. So our layer 2 solution already offers Vibe. We've integrated Ethereum, Link, and Neo. So we have interoperability across numerous blockchains and currencies. We're going to be adding Bitcoin here soon as well. So if projects want to do auctions in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, or Neo, we'd be able to support that for them. Or even if they have their own currency, they want to get it integrated, we can definitely help it for that. Some other things in our Vibe SDK for developers would be user management, multiplayer services, storage for their digital assets, their node management. We are working with Chainlink as well and Chainlink Oracle service will be integrated, and they can also just sign up here to the pre-release access at vibehub.io. And we'll also, it's not on our site yet, but we will have an option for NFT management as well to make it really simple and easy for developers. So that's basically it for today. Showing off, we'll go in here again, take a look at, so here's some of the items up on our Vibe NFT marketplace right now. Some users have some spaceships up for auction, some planets as well. So let's go have a look at this spaceship. So the Falcon 4 is up for sale. This owner is selling 4.816% of his NFT for that amount of Vibe. 12,000 Vibe. You can click buy now. Then a user could just buy it now. No gas fees or anything like that on that transaction. You can see this is a community NFT as well. So you can see all the owners right here. There's 12 different owners on this NFT for the total collateral amount of 26,000 Vibe. So 61.25 Vibe has been accumulated on that NFT thus far. And then we can turn on the interactive viewer, have a look at it. And that's it. So that's basically a pretty simple rundown of Vibe NFTs and the upcoming Vibers to use them in the Viberse. Vibe NFTs are also governed by the community, so the community will be able to vote on things like increasing the amount of the sale price that goes to collateral, basically just anything within the ecosystem that contributes to any fees or anything like that. The community can vote on interest rates. The community can vote on raising or decreasing interest rates, stuff like that. Everything is governed by the community, so we're super proud of that. And that's it. Pretty simple rundown of Vibe NFTs and the upcoming Vibeverse. And we're happy to take on any questions.
Thank you, Matthew. All right, so let's see if we have one question from the audience. Of course, if you came up with more questions, you can continue the conversation with Matthew directly on the comments. He'll keep answering you, or via Twitter when we're going to post the second social price question. In the meantime, Matthew, do you want to tell us what's the price and what's the question for VibeHub today?
Oh, how much of Vibe NFTs are backed with collateral at Genesis auctions?
Great question. I'm going to display. All right, here it is.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Here we have it on screen.
Question.
And what will be the price?
You ready?
So,
Want me to answer it?
yeah, go for it.
The answer is 100%. So whenever users buy a Vibe NFT at auction, 100% of the buying price is backed with the NFT as collateral.
All right. So I see everyone got the answer correctly. That's great. So we'll pick one winner here. This is Screenwriter G. And just what price did Screenwriter G won?
Do you want to tell the price, Matthew?
Pardon me?
Do you want to tell us what the price is?
The price of what?
Of the question of the winner that won.
Oh yeah, they get $100 worth of Vibe.
Great, that's a good price.
Well done.
$100 worth of Vibe to the winner.
Congratulations, $100 worth of Vibe token to the winner. Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
and that can be exchanged on Binance too, just so they know.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Matthew. and now we're going to have Sean from Animoca Brands. Sean here, he's live, and he's live from Hong Kong, so he's pretty late on his side.
Hey, hello.
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 Yeah,
you can hear me okay, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
All
Okay,
good.
let me get started then. Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much for being here with us. We massively appreciate it.
No problem at all. Okay, so I'm just going to jump straight in there. So basically, what I'm going to be going through today is about overarching. It's going to be a little bit about what our Rev ecosystem is, and Rev is essentially an ERC20. And as an ecosystem, it essentially powers a number of motorsport games. All those games are obviously blockchain games. And the first of those, the one that's kind of furthest along for us and that's kind of currently using Rev as a utility right now, is F1 Delta Time. So F1 Delta Time's got a few features that are in several stages of release, and then a bunch of stuff that's coming out very, very soon as well. So to just jump in and kind of give you a bit of a guided tour around what F1 Delta Time is, it's as mentioned, motorsport. It's officially licensed Formula One title. Every single core NFT, which we'll see over here, is a NFT. Or every single core item is an NFT. So that means cars. It means drivers. So here we see Kimi Räikkönen over here, Lewis Hamilton over here. And then we have like a bunch of different types of parts. So a bunch of turbochargers, front wings, and those are kind of, varied in things in both scarcity and rarity. So legendary is our most scarce and most valuable in regards to kind of stat qualities and stuff, whereas at the bottom end we have the common items, which are kind of more plentiful. But what we've seen definitely recently is that they have like an innate value themselves in when it comes to how the gameplay modes actually work. So jumping over to one of the interesting concepts that we're doing, you can see it right here where it talks about staked, right? So we have two concepts of staking within the Rev ecosystem, and definitely with F1 itself. So F1's first concept of staking came in the form of staking cars. So right now it's saying that these 3 cars are staked. So if I wanted to, I can unstake them right now, but I'll leave them for the time being so that I'm going to go through the transaction. And what that means is that you can earn an amount of Rev based on the quality of car that you're staking. So these are rare cars, so the weighting to them is quite low, which means that the overall return is going to be kind of fairly small. So we started this staking at the beginning of October, I think it was, beginning of October, or it might have been September, and ran it for a month. It was a 4-week period, and essentially what it is that staking was designed to essentially allow that first round of buyers, the guys who came in and bought the 2019 season content, to actually get some way to leverage immediate value from having those NFTs. And so they were able to stake these cars and earn an amount of Rev. And ultimately, we ended up allowing players to earn 2 million Rev from a pool. So the pool itself kind of, started at, 200,000, 109,000, 80,000. It kind of increased to a final payout period of like nearly over 250,000. So, we saw around 40, just shy 50% of all cars within the economy itself getting staked. And bear in mind, this was when gas costs on Ethereum were pretty horrendous. So people were still willing enough to say, okay, yeah, that's a big transaction, but I'm okay to stake it. And that was like an expanded utility for the NFT. But obviously this is a game, right? So it doesn't just remain in how you can leverage the NFT to earn the Rev currency. But that concept of leveraging like NFTs such as cars is part of what we're doing through the entire Rev ecosystem, right? So as mentioned, F1 is just one of those. Another one of those is MotoGP. And we recently announced the third title, which is Formula E. So all of these are very much licensed products. All of these are very much games, and all of these have that same shared economy through Rev. But yeah, as I said, this is a game. So workshop. As you can see, I've got a Ferrari. I'm very lucky. Well, not that lucky because this isn't a mainnet Ferrari, but a little bit of luck, let's say. And again, these are those same NFTs. So essentially what it is that you would need to pair, if you're using an official pairing, right? So if you're looking for a Ferrari, you got to be pairing it with an official Ferrari driver. If you've got a Mercedes, it's going to have to be, Bottas or Hamilton. So that's kind of, and those types of official cars are in the top tiers, right? So that's going to be an epic or it's going to be a legendary. But we also have original content as well. So these can be paired, any driver, any car, if they wanted to. So if I wanted, I could take this car here, equip it. This driver over here, I'll change him for somebody else. So I can't equip any of the official guys. They got to drive their cars, but I can, equip this guy if I wanted to. And then, of course, I want to give him gloves. And if you take a look, these stats here, stamina, aggression, concentration, and over here as well, what we got? So we got, top speed, acceleration, grip, right? These are critical to the way that the game ultimately ends up working. So the current game mode, or the first game mode that we released, is the time trial. So essentially what the time trial is, it's a very much a stat-based game. You put together some kind of composition that you want to give a run through. Every single track requires a different type of composition to get the best out of the track. If it's going to have more corners, more straights, that's going to require maybe more top speed, more acceleration. If it's kind of a slower track, then maybe you want to have high grip and high acceleration. If there's a lot of tight corners, then maybe you want a driver that's got good levels of concentration. And with the ecosystem itself, with F1 and the expanded ecosystem, it's very much play to earn. So when you come in and play, there is a prize pool every week. So the way the time trial works is that, I bought my tries already, but, I could buy, say, 50 tries, 500 rev. That rev, a percentage of that goes into the prize pool. And everybody, for the end of the week, they come in and they compete for that same pool. So I'll just jump in and show you a quick play of how this works. So I'll race with my Epic team, my Vettel Ferrari team. So what do we got? So we've got Light Rain. Light Rain is an okay for, I think intermediates should be fine. So I'll equip those. I mean, my wets are better, but the type of weather is critical. So I'm going to equip these right now and run a lap. So during the race, during this time trial itself, it's going to throw up different kind of hints as to what I should be looking at for this type of track. So not only you want to look at overall the statistics, the time that you put out based on what composition you had, but also what the game is telling you at the same time, right? So it's telling you you may need speed, you may need cornering. This is an aggressive kind of track that you want to be racing on. So yeah, I beat my time earlier today, so that's not too bad. And then because we know that our legendary content is statistically very different to the common content, we create a batch of leaderboards essentially that allows everybody to have a different kind of opportunity to compete. So to give you a better example of that, I'm going to jump over to one of our events that's running right now, actually. So this event started on Tuesday. So this is the third event that we've begun that is based on the time trial. So we've already given out around 2 million in rev for time trial rewards so far, which is the equivalent, I think, today of around close to $40,000 worth of rewards paid out. And then obviously this week we're going to give out another 300,000 rev and then gamey tokens as well. And basically we give out rewards of the expanded kind of Animoca family that we're kind of all operate under. So last week's event, we also ended up giving out some sand as well. And then also we've given out around 75, 80 NFTs as prizes at the same time during this kind of heavy event window. And this is everything that falls under what we classify as the elite time trial. So what's interesting about the elite time trial is this comes into the second aspect of staking that is currently live. So instead of it being NFT staking that earns rev, this is actually rev staking. So to enter the elite time trial, you actually need to stake an amount of rev. And the amount of rev you need to stake varies depending on what you want to compete in. So if I want to compete in the top tier, I've got to stake 100,000 rev. And my return is a share of this combined pool, but additionally, I get a yield on my rev staked dependent on when I finish. So if I finish first, I'm going to get 1.5% on my total stake, regardless of which tier I went into. So this is active right now. This is ongoing. So let's have a look what's been happening. So there we've got JC37. He's 10, 11 points behind, so it's not too far. So the top section hasn't really changed that much, but a lot's happening down at the bottom section. You see people bumping up. You know, these two guys, they drop down quite a lot. And what you might spot right now is that we have these kind of few players who are kind of have bracketed branding here. So these are teams. These are community assembled teams where basically they've decided to work together, share their kind of, you know, their secret sauce, and basically look to compete as best they can, as opposed to going solo. Now that touches on essentially a feature that we're going to be building out, because teams are a big deal for us. Obviously players want it. We've seen the community kind of band around it. So we know that this is something that we're going to actually be supporting it in a much more robust manner as we kind of move forward. So yeah, as you can see, like this is pretty hot right now. A lot of people are playing right now. So as I said, this is a version of the time trial, but this is a mode within F1 Delta Time. So what I'm going to show today is what we call the Grand Prix. So the Grand Prix is, in this first release, in the first kind of phase of what it is it's going to be kind of very much a leaderboard driven, very much head to head, and it's going to focus on Monaco. Monaco is the first track. And, you know, we're going to be launching it this month. It's going to go out in November. It's going to be playable this month, and we're going to launch it alongside events as well. So everybody can get ready to basically start taking what they've learned in the time trials, taking what they've earned from staking and in the elite, and push that into the Grand Prix when that comes out itself. So in the future, what happens is that this is going to be a full kind of season of content here, where you're going to be able to pick from Monaco, obviously, but also from Spa, from Monza, from Silverstone, from Suzuka, from every single track that you see on a Formula One season's calendar, with variable weather as well. Weather is critical. So the one I'm able to play right now is Monaco in the sun, so in hot weather. So I'm going to join that. So here you go. So this is my Ferrari team that you saw before. This is the one I'm going to use because it's the better one. So I'm going to quit that, and then I'm going to have to select my tires. Again, similar to the time trial, the tires are going to be variable depending on the weather that you're going to choose, so you make sure you get a decent pair. So I'm going to go for soft because it is hot, so that should give me a bit of an edge. There we go. So this is important right now. So here I'm going to make a rev payment. So another aspect of F1 Delta Time is the fact that the tracks themselves are going to be ownable NFTs. And every single entrant fee that comes from the Grand Prix actually goes into a managed pool that pays out, of course, to the winners who participated in every single race against each other. And then in addition to that, a dividend of that goes to the track owners as well. So this is an expanded kind of concept that we took from NFT staking with cars, and now we're saying you can also get dividends, or you can also get returns from owning other assets such as tracks. Okay, so when you move, okay, so this will be the first time that we've actually shown 3-4 laps back to back. So a qualifying session is 3 laps. We take your fastest lap. The first phase of the release is purely going to be the qualifying session. It's going to be very much a time attack. Everybody's got to race to see how fast they can get. Right. So at the top, see how well I can do. Okay, do the boost zone. So the interesting thing with the game itself, well, the great thing about the game itself, is it's actually physics-based. So if I'm kind of not braking and controlling myself, I'm going to slide everywhere. So this is always a very slow section. I'll show you a little bit what it looks like if I'm not controlling it. Let's get through the tunnel. And heavy brake. So I won't control it too much around here, and there you go. Lost my back end a bit there, and again there. So what that means is that I've got pretty bad time splits right now. So that means that I'm going to have a very easy time beating that. So there you go. Now I've done my first lap. The ghost is there, so I should be able to basically cream the ghost because I'm going to have a way better time. I should have a better time. That braking wasn't very good though. No, too slow. So this is a huge difference to the time trial, whereas the time trial is very much kind of stat based and very much based around kind of, so even though we have the tiers, ultimately it's a numbers game. So obviously if you can play the numbers game by essentially having the better parts. Whereas the Grand Prix itself, that's going to require you to play. And that means that even though you may not have the best or kind of the brute force there behind you, you could have the better skills, which means that you're always in with a better shot. Okay, so let's try and do a better lap. A little bit of brake. Not great around there either. So the second track that we're going to release is essentially the orange to Monaco's apple, which is a huge open fast track that's kind of been on part of the Formula One race calendar for, I think, since the kind of current version of Formula One has been kind of in operation. Not a great lap either. Faster, but not great. So it's going to tell me how well I did across splits, I suppose. But none of those times were that great. So for this first release of the game itself, so there you go. My last lap was way better than all the rest. So all the splits were green. But ultimately, when it comes into, so phase one is this qualifying, it's competitive, it's against, leaderboard based. But when it comes to the next kind of phase of what the Grand Prix is, that's when players are actually going literally head to head. And there is a qualification there. So the idea is that we obviously want everybody to qualify. But, how you qualify is going to put you into certain types of groups. So you're going to be competing against, people. Qualification essentially works as a matchmaking. So it ensures that everybody kind of gets put in a decent group. So let's get to the ending screen. So this is just going to summarize basically what happened, my personal best, what I did last, world records and stuff. But very quickly, let's go back to the Grand Prix. So this right now is using a bunch of mock data, but essentially, as you could see when I showed the elite time trial that's happening right now, leaderboards are incredibly important. So we're going to have leaderboards for every single track, every single type of weather, and every single tier. This one's mentioning a D, so a D is going to be over there once it's in. But yeah, that's kind of that's F1 Delta time. And that, what you just saw, the Grand Prix, is what people will be playing in very soon, this month.
Great demo. We saw everything, all the staking part, the car customization, the live racing, this 3D rendering. It's real time, right?
It certainly is, yeah. So all that's rendered real time, full 3D laps, full 3D kind of cars running on it, and that's where the physics stuff comes into it, where it's kind of saying, if you aren't playing well, your car's going to kind of go out of your hands, right? You're going to lose control of it.
So that's a very immersive experience, a huge step forward. People think yes, they are just web-based, browser-based, you click on interface, but look at this, we just got a live demo of F1 Delta time, seeing a race with the 3D cars, the graphic, the Monaco track with all the tiny details of all the city, etc. I hope you want to play that after you see that today. And you want to enjoy the race and potentially participate in play to earn.
For sure.
So thanks, Sean, for the demo. I guess we're going to get to what's the price first, and then what is the question for the audience who's been watching us today.
Okay, so we got two questions that I was going to pick. So the one that I'm going to go with, which one did you put in? Which one did you choose?
You can check in the chat, but I can put it on screen as well.
Let's have a look.
Can you see that, Sean? And I'm ready to put it on screen as well.
Okay, so, yeah, I did mention that, so name 3. So if you get this, basically what that means for you is that you will get a car, driver, and a tire, which means that that is a playable collection of NFTs that allows you to start racing in F1 Delta Times, any of F1 Delta Times modes immediately. And we're giving away 3 of those, so that's 3 winners. So 3 more people are going to be able to play.
Perfect. Amazing. Okay, shall we go with a question then?
Yes. So a question is, I mentioned it's the 3 Rev products that we have. So obviously one of them is F1 Delta Time, and I mentioned 2 more. One of them that we very, very recently announced.
Cool. Good luck, everybody. You have 1 minute to answer. So thank you so much, Sean. It's been an amazing presentation. I love the game, and it's incredible, the development, and I'm very excited about this project. So everybody, let's get started, and we will announce 3 winners this time. So Seb, make sure
3
you
winners.
keep your eyes open.
That's cool. I can see the question coming, and I see a lot of people already getting right. So it's great. I can see Rev token is getting more and more known, and the community who's been watching us today, they all get the answer right. So it will be hard to pick a winner. We'll try.
Well, just to remind everybody, we're going to be selecting 3 random winners because there's a bit of a delay between Twitter and YouTube. So make sure you get the answer correct. And Seb is going to give us 3 winners in a second. Shall we play the jingle?
All right, let's take the jingle and I'll pick the 3. So, and the first winner is James Franken, Formula 1, Formula E, MotoGP. That's the correct answers, right? I guess
Indeed,
so.
it is right. There we go. Indeed, it is right. Yes.
We got our first one.
Formula E, MotoGP.
Second one is KR Loves, F1, Delta Time, Moto, Formula. Yeah, it's a bit shortened, but we'll count it as correct answer. And yes, congrats Brian Burns as well for the third winner. So the 3 of you, you get a starter kit that contain like common car, common driver, and common tires. All of everything you need to get started racing right now, right?
Congratulations to everyone.
Indeed it is.
Excellent. Congratulations, everyone. And thanks for the demo. Looks really, really amazing. Like F1 Delta Time, like the progress, and like if you've been following the game from the very beginning, you can see all the dedication and hard work of the team to make the game more and more immersive. So yeah, really inviting you to follow them and play the game.
Yeah, for sure. F1deltatime.com, revmotorsport.com, and yeah, start playing.
Amazing.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Bye-bye.
And next will be John Paris from Second Legion. Yes, I can see him now. Hey, John.
Hey, folks. How's everyone?
Everything great. Good. Thank you.
Good. All right. So, yes, I'm John Parisi. I'm one of the co-founders of Second Legion. We're a blockchain game developer shop. We partner with companies as their blockchain technology partner. And we also develop our own games. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So it's a new project that we're launching. We're very, very early, and you'll see that. But it's called Rare Boards. Rare Boards are digital art pieces that are also standalone playable games. It's this new sort of experiential NFT that we've been talking about and thinking about for some time, and we're really excited to reveal it. So I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But our thinking here was that we could take collectible NFT art and add some functionality and some utility to it. So in this case, we're adding and we're layering on a game to collectible art. And sort of because these NFTs have utility, if someone were ever, there's always like people are just going to copy NFT art and, Control C it. We can say, okay, this NFT is not going to actually work unless you have the real thing. And so I'll show you that as well. Our idea with this was that we could, let me share. Let's see if this works. Cool. Yeah, so our idea from the start was this this idea that in the metaverse or in this places like Decentraland or CryptoVoxels, someone could hang one of these. If you walk around now, you'll see NFT art all over, right? So our thought was like, what if somebody could interact with it and do something else with it? And so that's what this is. And so what you're looking at here is actually like inside of our Second Legion's parcel inside of CryptoVoxels. But the very first game that we're going to be launching as part of Rare Boards is darts, straight up darts. Nothing too fancy with this. We're not developing any kind of long-term progression or any kind of DeFi stuff built into it yet. Maybe we'll do something like that in the future. But for now, we really wanted to just develop something that, on its own looked really cool, that people would want to own, and then just adding on sort of a fun game experience to it. So it now becomes sort of this thing. You can bring people to your parcel, you can share it, you can talk about it, and you can actually play it and have fun with people. So this is a picture, a still image right now of the first board that has been created. And we're really, really fortunate to work with A Lot of Money, who is, one of the OG crypto artists. His stuff is incredible. And I feel like even since we started working with him on this, his stuff has taken off even more. So it's pretty awesome that he is the first artist to design a rare board for us. So if you'll see, you kind of walk in, and we didn't obviously create CryptoVoxels, but as you come into here, you see this board, and when you interact with it, you can actually open up the game and see the game board in action. So you'll see it's moving. He did some really, really cool stuff with it. You've got dollar bills flying around. You've got these buildings in the background that are sort of coming in and out of focus. And so you've got this really cool board, and you can play it. And it didn't pop up on when I entered, because I was already, my MetaMask was already connected. But we're going to actually read the user's wallet. And if you don't have the board, you can't play on it. So this is like a piece that actually has utility, and you can do stuff with it once you own it. We're also going to be working with A Lot of Money to create these NFT collectible darts. And so when you own one of those darts, you can actually play on the board as well. We're not trying to make this like an Uber exclusive thing, but we also want to make this really valuable. And we want to say, okay, if you own this, you've got this really cool art piece by an amazing artist, but you've also got something else, something added to it. So you show up, and this is all, we're still updating a lot of like the graphics and everything, but it's not anything crazy, right? It's a fun little darts game. Where the game we have built in right now is 501. So 501 is just you throw rounds of darts until you get down to 0, and that's how the game ends. The way we have the mechanic right now is you've got this, move the dart around, you can aim it at any target you want. This little aiming circle kind of flutters around while you're taking your shot. And then when you're ready to take your shot, the meter goes, and you want to try to aim it inside that green mark. And it's kind of the sweet spot will rotate and move around if you're, depending on where you're actually aiming on the board. And so it's kind of a fun, casual game. There's going to be a lot we can do to add to it in the future. Each board will maintain its own leaderboard, and the owner of the game is going to have some admin rights, like being able to launch their own events or own tournaments. We're going to add all those things once we start collecting, getting more boards and more artists and more owners on board, so that they can have some decision rights about like what actually gets built in here. There is some music. I think I turned it off so that we didn't have some of the issues that some people were having earlier. So finally, the only other thing I'll add, and I'll make this sort of short and sweet, is our plan right now is to auction this board on Nifty Gateway. We've been talking with them, and they're really excited about the project. So we're going to auction off the board and packs of these darts. This dart actually is a lot of money designed as well, and he's going to design a few other ones so that we can sell them as packs. We are planning on, or we're going to be an event at the Meta Olympics. If you aren't familiar with that, join the Token Smart Discord, find out all about that. Really fun stuff that's happening. So I think that's going to be our event is going to be in early December. And then the plan from there for us is really to expand to new artists. What gets us really excited is this is kind of a different idea. And when we've talked to more artists and fans of games and fans of NFTs in general, people have been giving us really, really positive feedback about this. And I think we're going to have a number of artists who are going to sign on to create new boards in the future. So we've got a lot of cool stuff. And then finally, I'll just add, we called it Rare Boards kind of with intention. We do plan to expand to other games. So really thinking about other types of games where we can have sort of a consistent experience and give artists a lot of creativity. So like, for example, here, we basically gave a lot of money, this blank canvas that had this template for a dartboard on it, and then he created the rest. And so that's what really we're looking for. We want a lot of creativity. We're not going to tell people really what can or cannot be on these boards. So we're really excited to see what people come up with. So new games, things we're thinking about are like skee ball, pop a shot, fun, simple games that, you're in the metaverse, people can pop in and see the board and want to play it with you. And in fact, earlier today, I was like testing this out and making sure that this flow would work. And somebody was in our parcel and started asking me questions about it. And so I think this is going to be pretty cool, and we're really, really excited about it. And then with that, I'm going to stop because that's really all I have to share at this time.
Excellent, and great to see that like there's very famous original gangster artists, like you say, like Dalarnia. Yeah. Amazing, and the fact that they appropriate as well and use the content and like shape it in their own way, it makes it even more personal and looks awesome.
Yeah, cool, thanks.
So, well, thanks, John, for this demo today. Really exciting. Do you want to share with us the price first and then the question to the audience?
Yeah, sure. We don't have NFTs yet for this game, so we're giving straight crypto. We're going to do $25 in ETH for the winners.
That's great. And what would be the question?
All right, the question that it's really basic, but maybe not. What is a rare board? New concept, so we wanted to hear what people had to say and what they thought about it.
Cool. So what is a rare board? And if you answer that question and John likes the answer, you will get $25 worth of ETH, which you can spend to buy NFTs or just trade or just wait until Second Legion will have NFT. So that's what I would recommend. Save it. Excellent. So we're starting to see some answers here. First, there's always a little delay, 15-second delay between us and the audience. So yep. It's coming in. All right, we're seeing some very, very active audience today. We've been over 140 live viewers, and then it will be also available to watch later on YouTube as well. So even more people can see all the great demos we've seen today. The audience is very engaged, participating to all the questions. I can see some. So some of them already won, but they can win multiple times if they get the right answer. So let's keep going. And with that being said, let's pick an answer. Tell us what do you think is the right answer, or
it's digital art pieces that are standalone playable games. So NFTs, they're all dancing around the answer. I'll let you pick one. I don't want to be in charge of that.
All right. Okay. All right. So I like this one. IPA, NFT with games integrated in it, created by awesome artists. Does that work?
I love it. That's perfect.
Great. Thanks, IPA. Thanks for watching. Thanks for nailing this down.
Congratulations
for the prize. We'll be in touch with you, so watch out for our contacts. And now we're going to have our next product and demo happening. So right after John, we have now Arcane Network with Tim, who is going to demo us the Arcane Network platform. So hey Tim, how are you?
Hey Seb, I'm good. How are you?
All great. We're in great company with over 100 people watching now, so that's fantastic.
I see it's going very well this week. A lot of people joining and a lot of people commenting. But let me take on and move forward. So I'm just going to start by sharing the screen so that we then can go into the demonstration. Should be live at the moment. So we are not a game, so we don't have a cool or awesome game to demo, but we support game studios like the Sandbox, and other game studios like Atari are also part of our partners. We are very much building tools for developers, game developers, so that they can build a game economy with blockchain. So what you see is, like you said, you're building a really awesome game, a virtual ecosystem, and you see that you're not just treating a gamer as an end user, you treat them as a vital part of the game ecosystem. And this is where we see that blockchain plays a vital part. We see that there are really 7 key elements that are intersecting in multiple ways when we're talking to the game studios. And we like to put that as, or present them as components. Like with you for the Sandbox, I think it's very crucial that you focus on the game ecosystem. You know very well why and when you're building on blockchain. You know that it needs to scale. So currently the problems with Ethereum is not going that well. But you have a plan for that, and that is very crucial if you are going to be successful, which is part of the reasons why we put this as different components. Now, since we're short on time today and we want to demo and not just go through a slide, we're just going to focus on 2 key elements that we support today. As in, we provide a Web3 provider or APIs for the game studio so that they can build with blockchain more easily and really benefit from the different blockchains. Arcane is blockchain agnostic, and we support 10 different blockchains to give the game developer, the game studio, more options, more flexibility from an infrastructure perspective. A second thing that we also look forward to is targeting mainstream players that need to be educated around blockchain and need to be able to communicate with blockchain through the game. This is also something that we'll be demonstrating right now. So yeah, let's skip the boring slides from now on and demonstrate how Arcane is being used. So with that, most of you already know the Sandbox. One of the things that we help out with is really onboarding the mainstream users. And if you already know MetaMask, you can do that here. But a lot of the gamers that are going to come into the ecosystem, they are very familiar with Google, Twitter, Facebook. And the chances are very high that most of them will use one of the social logins to register to the Sandbox. And with that, what we then do is automatically create a blockchain wallet linked to that social account. I'm already an existing user, so it's going to sign me in directly and then go directly back to the Sandbox. Note there's no third-party plugin for the end user to download. And then the wallet is linked to the sandbox and you can directly use it. And of course, here you can buy sand and use that to actually participate in token sale later. But I think Seb is going to follow shortly after. So let me now maybe go into the end user interface, because that's quite interesting to see as well. So here, if I would go to the end user interface, then you can see how it interacts with the application. So I am a user that has a lot of wallets on different blockchains. This wallet is linked to the sandbox and OpenSea, so I can use it in both applications. And you can see that it starts with 0x47. That is indeed the wallet that is linked to this account. And what we also want to do is onboard the mainstream users for the sandbox, right? So a lot of those users will not have crypto, and sometimes they will buy it over here, but it could also be that they go into the interface and purchase it over here. And we also go one step forward by enabling swapping features so that you can buy sand, for example, or Rev token is also already available. So if you're looking to swap into Rev or sand, that is possible. Where you get the sand token here, swap Ether for that, and you can be on your way and start buying assets on the sandbox. Not uninteresting is we also go very deep into visualizing the NFTs. So if you have NFTs available, you are able to transfer them, swap them, and also send it to someone's email. I mentioned two things. One is the onboarding of mainstream users. We are, in that case, a custody provider, so we do hold a private key. And one thing that we are very wary about is it has to be a recoverable wallet. As in, people tend to forget to lose a private key or tend to forget their PIN code. We want to be able to have it recoverable for them. But it is the user that is creating a request. So every time when a user does a blockchain transaction, for example, creating a new wallet is a blockchain transaction, the end user will need to enter a PIN code. This is how they can keep the custody or the security on that wallet, because it's one of the parts that's very important for us. It needs to be very usable, but still very secure. And of course, if there's no trust in a custody provider, you can always export your wallet, and then you can take custody of your own private key. That's very important to us. Now, from a developer point of view, we have tools available so that they can test out the features and develop rapidly with what we have available. For example, here, if you go to demo.arcane.network, I have a number of features that I can test out. For example, I'm on the Wallets tab. I want to log in. It gives me a log of my information. If I can get my profile, it gives me all this information, the logs that I have available. Here, for example, I'm going to choose Manage Wallets. So in this case, I'm on the Binance Smart Chain. You can see that I'm managing my wallets. I'm going to create a new wallet. Right over here, creating a wallet. It's then going back to the demo application. So again, a very helpful tool for developers. And you can again see the logs of what just happened. And since I'm playing around in a production environment, you will also see that I created a new wallet on my Binance chain. So currently I have two, but if I refresh, you will see that the third blockchain wallet has recently been created and it's linked to that demo application. Another very interesting tool that my developers tell me that I can never forget is you can use this tool to also execute smart contracts. And it's really where you can see that it is pre-filled. So if you go to Ethereum and you want to communicate with a smart contract, I first need to manage my wallet, because this is an Ethereum wallet. I'm going to connect those two. Continue. Now I see that my walls are pre-filled. And if I want to then execute a smart contract, Arcane will then pop up again. But you see a lot of the information here, or if you go to advanced settings, is already pre-filled. So it can just make it very easy for the developer to test out the features, move ahead and play around, so that in the end it is easier for them to develop and build with blockchain. And yeah, next to the kitchen sink, it's very important to have very good documentation available. So a lot of the developers that are using MetaMask, we have a Web3 provider. So in about 5 minutes time, you can integrate and initiate Arcane. All you need to go is go to docs.arcane.network, go to get started. And in the end, once you go to the 1-2 steps, register your application and request your client ID. And after that, you're all good to go. And if you're not on MetaMask, what you then can do is go to our APIs. Everything that you see here is for user wallets, but you can also use it to do the custody of your own company or in-app currencies, because it's a custody of all provider that can be used by the company, but also for the users. Next to this, we have a white label wallets. The documentation for that is upcoming, and we have a couple of more tools, like I mentioned in the beginning, where we want to focus on the 7 different intersections of the of what the game studio is building. So marketplace services, NFT creations. These are all tools that are coming up into our product stack. So that's about it. I don't want to spend much more of your time. So I think we should go into the question for the prize.
Yes, absolutely. We are back here with Seb, and shall we share the question, team?
Yeah. So the question that I have is, how many blockchains does Arcane Network currently support?
How many blockchain does Arcane currently support? All right, so we'll give it 1 minute to the audience to answer that question. And thanks, team, for the demo showcasing some of the project members of the Blockchain Game Alliance that are already live with the Arcane wallet. We can see already some answers coming. That's good. That's good. I hope that's the correct number.
It is the correct number. We currently support the latest two that we support are Matic and Binance Smart Chain. With them, we have a very deep integration for these two blockchains, and it's one of the components that we want to solve, right? The scalability, the slow transaction speed, and the high cost. So that is one of the reasons why we chose to be a partner with them, and them partner of us, of course.
Excellent. So we're happy to pick a random winner, and the price you mentioned will be $25 worth in sand token. So it's great because you'll be able to use this sand token very shortly, and thanks to the Arcane wallet, you can create your account within a few seconds only and be ready for our big event tomorrow. So let's pick a winner, and I'm happy to announce the winner is Otto Kringer. Congratulations for winning 25 sand token, thanks to team and the Arcane Network team. All right, so we're going to continue with our next project on the schedule now, which is actually the sandbox, with Alex and myself. So I'm going to change my hat right now. I'm no longer the president of the BGA, but I'm going to present you the sandbox. Actually, I'll just be commenting live what Alex will be doing. So Alex is part of the team for over a year now. He's been streaming live every week, twice a week, usually about showcasing him how he's creating with the different tools of the platforms. He's been also a very talented artist that's been creating all of the most premium NFTs that we sold before, including the Care Bears, and there's a few ones that are coming live tomorrow that I'm sure you'll get very, very excited about. We're polishing the final details. We're going to mint those fresh, so it's going to be quite exciting.
We might even be able to show some.
All right. Sure,
so
sure.
In a couple minutes.
In a couple minutes, we're going to show some of the upcoming premium NFTs that will be live on one of our big events tomorrow.
Never before seen.
Excellent. While Alex is going to start demoing, I'll, well, for those of you who are not familiar with the sandbox, we're a gaming virtual world built on the Ethereum blockchain that enables players and creators to truly own their games and creation and monetize them through the use of non-fungible tokens, NFTs, as well as Sand, our main utility token on the platform. What Alex is showing you right now is the map of the sandbox. So we have, as a gaming virtual world, we have a map which has a limited total number of 166,464 lands in total. Each one of them is a unique ERC-721 with coordinates. And on this map, we've started selling part of it through, it's been close to 1 year now, through different rounds at several discounts. You can see those maps have logos from our partners. So we have more than 60 partners that have presence in the Sandbox metaverse and who are going to build a great gaming experience, social hub, and other very exciting projects using the tools of the platform, engaging with their community, showcasing the interoperability with NFTs, etc. So we are seeing here, for example, Care Bears as one of the big IPs and partner in the sandbox. We can see Socios, which is like a sport fan platform that allows you to engage with all your favorite clubs, football essentially, but it will be multi-sport. You can see we have different size parcels, different size of land parcels, from 1 by 1 land up to 24 by 24 estates. That are like the one from Atari here, which we can see and zoom in. So Atari, for example, will be building a social hub featuring several of the Atari games. Players will be able to come to interact with each other, socialize, and play a new version of the Atari games built on Sandbox platform. We can see some MetaMask with Whale Shark here. We can see Roller Coaster Tycoon. So all those partners, all those landowners are part of the Sandbox gaming platform, and we'll build great content. And we're going to have tomorrow our largest land pre-sale on November 12th at 1 p.m. It's going to be really exciting. We already announced the Smurf as one major partner. You'll also have the possibility to buy lands next to Binance, which is now which is the main partner of Sandbox as well. So the very first time. And here we are already going to the shop of the Sandbox. So the Sandbox is also an NFT maker where any artist can make a 3D voxel asset and tokenize them on the blockchain using VoxEdit. And then we'll be able to sell their creation as NFTs. Those game asset tokenized as NFT will then be able to be used in our game maker to build the game experience. So this will be the next part. And here we're seeing actually some live preview of some of the upcoming Atari NFTs. So for the very first time, we are going to start selling the first Atari NFTs that you can buy and then you can use to create games. As game items, they have, of course, a certain number of limited copies. They are animated with various animation, and they have attributes like attack, power, defense, luck, and magic, which will enable the game creator to offer to mingle with these different attributes and offer an experience where this, for example, if this model, which it will be an enemy, for example, then you can make it more Yars from Yars Revenge. I was looking for the name, sorry. Then you can tweak the difficulty, the resistance of the defense or the attack of this enemy. And so I think what speaks best for seeing like how those NFTs are used, the utility of the NFT within the sandbox game maker. We're going to jump right now with the game maker. The great thing as well is you can mint the NFT with our NFT maker and not necessarily use them on sandbox only. They can be as NFT interoperable with other games and platform. But we also provide this game maker in alpha version now. You can see we are in, well, we were in edit mode where you can see like the preview of the map, some tools, so you can select the library of assets that you either design yourself with the NFT maker or you bought from other creators, and then placing those assets, they come with already made behaviors and templates. So that's also one of the strengths of the sandbox platform. I would say it's really like our approach. We are gaming focused and no code. So basically you can create amazing game within minutes just by drag and drop. Every asset has already a behavior assigned to it, like it's going to be an NPC, an enemy, a decoration, a healer, various sort of things. You can configure pretty easily like the range of detection, the strength, the attack speed, and a few other settings. So it's very accessible, and there's already many creation available in the gallery, just as simple demos that creators have made to illustrate the different possibilities offered by the game maker. We also have a foundation that is supporting various very talented creators and teams and even professional studios. 17 projects are already supported by the foundation, and the game they are making will be available later once the sandbox launch its first public beta. So we are aiming for December 2020 or the beginning of 2021 for this beta for everyone to play and start being involved in play to earn in sandbox. And right now we're seeing Alex, he's very skilled in gaming, so that's why I'm not demoing myself, and that's why he's doing all those Twitch streams. Is you can see him play, jump, walk through, move fast, do a roulade, talk with NPCs, open gates, slash some enemies. It's laggy, but it's because of the stream, of course, so don't worry. It's running very smooth, 60 frames per second, and it keeps getting better and better at each new update from the team, getting faster. You'll soon have like equipment for the character. You can collect items, you can interact with characters through quests and dialogues. There's already missions that you can complete, timers, different objectives for the users, triggers to open gates, like that. So yeah, like that. These are the kind of experience that you can build. You can build your epic fight. You can build mazes. You can build games where you just have to find hidden objects. The possibilities are already quite large in terms of, and we hope that the tool that we provide to creator will enable anyone to make really the game they want, turning any players into creators super simply. We are really excited among our community to have very talented creators and as well as famous crypto artists like, for example, MakerDAO, which has been turning its its crypto art. So they are really this is a group, Italian crypto artist group that has quite famous NFT art that's been turning into live game items, and so bringing their art to life, for example, is one of the use cases, but not the only one. We have fantastic MMORPG across many lands. We have adventures, we have exploration, we have mazes, and many other gameplays that are coming. And I think one of the what Alex is going to show us now is that he actually won this level. So wow, like he speed past that in just 2 minutes.
I've had a little practice.
going to see one of the new features that we recently introduced. So as gaming virtual world, Sandbox is now becoming social and multiplayer. We've introduced the first social hub. Before that, we can get a quick view at the gallery. I can see already many pages of creation made by the community and shared there. So you can find games already that you can play, like a first taste of the experience. Now we're going to jump into our very first social hub, which is a place where people can come, socialize, and interact. They can chat with each other. We support now up to 32 users, and we hope to increase that as we keep upgrading and improving this alpha version of the multiplayer. So it's going to load.
Yeah, it takes a second to connect, but we'll get there. There we are.
Yeah, it's still alpha. But everyone in the community, we have a fantastic community, very engaged with Sandbox. Will tell you like it's already improving release after release, and maybe there will be some people here in the hub. While I can see some shadow, so like something jumping there. Wow, yes. So you're not alone. There's actually a few people there where you can chat and mingle with friends. That's cool. So like anytime you're invited to join us on those hubs, we try to connect a few times. I invite you on Fridays at 5 p.m. CET for very casual meet with the team and chat. Or Alex also sometimes just throws live events during his Saturday streams and even creates new social hubs. We did one for Halloween. We also are running game jams now, as well as contests for Vox Edit. So very, very community driven through all the action and activities we're engaging, and offering many ways for creators to build amazing art with the voxel editor, or amazing games with the first alpha of the Game Maker. And I think that that's pretty much it for the Sandbox demo in a nutshell, in just barely 10 minutes. You can see, you can play it as a game. You saw the marketplace, you saw the metaverse map with all the different partners, and we have one large sale coming up tomorrow. The Sandbox platform is powered by the Sand token, which was launched initially on Binance, which is a international large exchange, and now available into many other exchanges around the world, including Huobi, Upbit, Crypto.com, Polygonix, BitMEX, and a few others. And you can use your Sand token already for like buying NFTs, buying lands during our pre-sale. Staking, we offer staking rewards if you provide liquidity through the liquidity mining reward program. And we'll offer soon like governance for the community to participate in the key decision of the platform, and many other benefits. Anything you want to add, Alex?
I'm just having fun over here.
We can't stop playing it. So just join us there. You can download on sandbox.game/play. You can create your avatar at avatar.sandbox.game. If you're a creator and you're interested to apply to our Game Makers Fund, it's at gamefund.sandbox.game, where you can submit your pitch. We have a great project manager, Saul, who is going to onboard you through the process and help you turn your project into reality. That's it.
I will add.
Excited.
One thing I will add: this social hub is live pretty much all the time. So if you download the Game Maker, then you can go to the gallery and you can pop in here and see if anybody's live. You never know when you'll catch somebody online. You get to play around and try our funny jumps to get on top of the buildings here.
Wow. I've never been able to get to that one. Like, I need to practice more.
That one's new. They added some new ladders and some new ways to get around. So
cool. So every time you come, something changes as well. That's part of life. We test. I wouldn't say we test in prod. We do a lot of tests not in prod, but here there's always new things to discover inside the sandbox, like now the multiplayer. And that's it. I think we have an amazing community. We're super excited to have also fantastic partners and to bring the vision we have of the gaming virtual world, the metaverse, and NFTs, and support it thanks to all our partners, IPs, and brands, and the communities that has contributed to the sandbox success. Thank you, and I'm going to go with a question now and the price. So the price is actually going to be a premium land. So a premium land located in the new part of the map that will be live tomorrow during our land pre-sale at 1 p.m. GMT. And the question is, I chose an open-ended question. So like, what makes the sandbox great in your opinion? And all right, we have 1 minute to provide your answer. We'll pick one. Alex will pick one. I'll let him pick.
Oh no.
And let's see, surprise us.
Oh, let me look at the comments here.
Cool.
Comments.
No pressure, Alex. Okay. So
The answers are I think people are still thinking.
Let's give it a minute. 1 minute, everybody.
If there's only one answer, it's fine. Like one winner, it's easy. So you have to be creative if you want that premium land.
I think the pressure is more on them than on me.
Yes. What's the content of that premium land? So what is a premium land? It's a land that's located right next to a major IP or partner, whether it will be Smurf or Atari. And it contains 4 exclusive NFTs inside, 1 common, 1 epic, 1 rare, and 1 legendary. And that's the only way to get access to those collector NFTs that then you'll be able to use in the game maker. So yeah, don't miss your chance here. All right, I can see
very great.
I see some good answers. We're picking just one.
Yes, go ahead, Alex.
Okay. All right. So a couple of you had some good answers. I think Jake Scott put it well. He says the game maker is an amazing way to create whatever game world you want to. Any creator can make NFT assets and get involved in this new metaverse. It's easy for newbies and experienced people to use. That's the key thing. It's great for newbies and experienced. So whether you're just starting off, this is your first time creating a game, or you've developed other things in the past, there's a lot for everybody here.
Excellent. I love the answer. So congrats, Jake. We'll be in touch with you. As soon as the pre-sale is live, you will have 1 premium land assigned for you. Congratulations again. And switching back to the BGA now, we are going to have... thank you, Alex, for the demo. It was fantastic. You can really feel the expertise and the skills here. And now back to the BGA. We're going to have Turner Sport with Shaina. Shaina, hello.
Hey, Sebastian. I think your question was too hard to answer because there's too many unique aspects of Sandbox. So
thanks, that's so sweet. All right. We are going to see some great sport demo now. I'm really looking forward to it as well.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to share my screen here. All right. Yes, I'm Shaina from Blockleet Games, and we are an NFT sports brand. Our first game that we've brought to the blockchain is Blockleet Golf. And so we think this is a pretty fun game because you can play to earn, but you can also compete to earn against all of the other players and golfers out there. And so the basic way that you can play is that you pick your Blockleet, and Blockleet stands for blockchain athletes. We just kind of merged those 2 words together. The Blockleet itself is the NFT. Each NFT will have different skill sets, so it's a unique NFT in itself. So once you purchase your Blockleet, and you own your unique asset, you can then play to level up your golfer skills. And I'll talk about the skills in just a minute. But each golfer you can play in different challenges. And as you play those challenges, your golfer skills will improve. And ultimately, that makes you more competitive to win more challenges. And what's happening now is actually we're in tournament season right now. And so as you've leveled up your golfer, you're getting better as a player, then you can compete in the tournaments. Like I said, we are started now, and we run through that last week in December. And through that time period, we're actually giving out 20,000 in USD cash prizes awarded in ETH. And then lastly, as you've leveled up your golfer, the value may have improved and you can sell the golfer later on a marketplace. So I'll pop into the marketplace here. You'll notice here at the top, we've got 4 different rarity tiers. Novice is the beginner. They're going to have the lowest in terms of skills. They will also be the most common golfer to own. Then next would be pro. They're a little bit more skilled than the novice and a little bit more rare. Then you have the elites, which are fairly rare and pretty good golfers. And then lastly are the legends, which are extremely rare. Anytime we do a drop, they are running off the shelves almost immediately, and sometimes even before they hit this marketplace that I'll show you. Alrighty, so here is our marketplace where all of the golfers are hosted. You notice that in the USD, the golfers with the USD here are the ones listed from Blackleap Games. We also have the peer-to-peer sales, so people that have leveled up their golfer and now are looking to sell. You'll notice there's a lot of elite golfers right now on the marketplace because we have an elites only tournament happening. So people are listing their golfers. So I'm just popping into this one here. So this is an elite founder, but you can tell that this person hasn't really leveled up their golfer yet. So no medals earned, and the medals ultimately translate into more skill points here. So as you're shopping for your golfer, especially in the resale market, you'll want to see if someone's leveled up the golfer, or maybe it's just a really exclusive golfer that can enter the tournament, and that's why it's listed at the price that you see here in ETH. And then I'll walk you through what each of these skill levels and how they come to fruition in the game. But for now, all you need to know is that every golfer has a starting point in terms of skills. So for this golfer, they currently have a skill set of 83 of power. But as you level up and play in challenges, you can actually level this golfer up to an 821. And so that's pretty high. The highest golfers on the marketplace will actually go up to 1,000 in any given skill set here. Okay. And so if you're also new to the NFT space, we have options to buy with credit card. So I'll walk you through that. So here's one of our novice golfers. We actually have a novice only tournament coming up. So it'll really be a true test of the skill of the actual player and not just the golfer. And so here you can see that the purchase options we have are ETH. We can pay with credit card, which will be converted to USD, and then BitPay, which is a company that will help run transactions from other different types of cryptocurrency. So if you have a BitPay wallet, you can actually pay for these golfers in Bitcoin and other currencies as well. Okay, so I'm going to go and show you my clubhouse here, my golfers that I've got. So I've got all elite founder golfers, and I'm just going to pick this one. Generally, I like this one the best because I like her outfit. So maybe one day I'll get an outfit like this. But you can see that I've played a few amount of times and have leveled up this golfer, and that fairly even across the board in terms of skill set, with the exception of composure. And so because I own this golfer, I can gift it to someone if I'm feeling really nice. I can list it on the marketplace. And then you'll also notice that I can play, and right above play is the energy. So right now I'm at full energy. Every time that you play in a tournament or skill challenge, your energy will decrease, and it'll take some time for you to recover back to 100%. 100 here. So I will play. And here you can see we actually have the option to practice without energy costs. And this is, I think, really important for new players because the game can get quite complicated. And so you'll want to enter the practice, and can click it here. If you're new, practice in beginner. Once you feel good in beginner, then try amateur and pro and start getting good there. And that way you won't deplete your energy cost as you're learning to play. So here I'm going to scroll down, and these are showing me the games to play. So we've got a few tournaments happening now, elites only, the professional level golfers only, and then a skills challenge here, which I can level up my golfer and earn some medals while these tournaments are going. So I'm going to enter this skills challenge here, and you can see it'll cost me 10 energy for me to play in. But on the flip side here, here's the different ranks of the medals that you can earn if I place on the leaderboard. We do give some consolation prizes if you don't make it. And the other way that you can play to earn too is that we also have bonus challenges within the skill-based challenges, so that you don't necessarily always have to play against the leaderboard. You can play against kind of your personal best depending on what the bonus challenges is. Okay, so I'm going to play 10 energy here. I'm going to pick my golfer, and we'll get into the game. And one thing while it's loading is that we can play on desktop, mobile, and tablet. Personally, I prefer playing on my mobile phone. So don't laugh too hard when you look at how bad my skills are here on desktop. At least that's what I'll tell you. Okay, so I've moved the marker here to be right about where I think the bullseye is, at around 71 yards there. I'm going to move to the shot view. Next, I'm going to look at the wind here because it's going to impact how much power I need to hit the ball with, and what way I'm going to have to hit the ball at too. Here is the options for different golf clubs. So this becomes really important, not only because of the total amount of yards that you need to hit, so you need to make sure that you can actually hit the 71 yards, but also the where you hit on the power meter will actually change the speed of your accuracy meter. And so I'll show you what that means here in a second. Each of these yards that are shown are dependent on the power level of this golfer. So I'm at 172. And so each of these clubs basically will change the yards as my golfer levels up to higher powers. So for now, I'm going to hit 99 yards. And I'm going to click the ball. So this is the distance meter, and depending on where I hit on it, it will say, like if I hit at this third mark here, it'll hit around 75% of this 99 yards. So you'll want to run some calculations here to say like, okay, maybe I need to hit here to hit where I want to hit in the bullseye. Now, the speed of the meter here is actually being determined by the composure, the amount of composure points that I have on the golfer. So as I have more composure points, the speed of this distance meter will slow down, making it, hopefully easier for you. So I'm going to try and hit this right around the 75% mark, maybe a little bit lower here. So there we go. And now because my wind speed's at around 8 miles per hour, I'm going to have to try to hit a little bit out of the sweet spot. And so this marker here will actually move faster or slower depending on where you hit on the power meter. So the lower you hit on the power meter, the slower that this will move. So you want higher power, so you hit lower on the distance meter so that this moves a little bit slower in its own. The option of the sweet spot here, this green spot, will get bigger or smaller depending on how much accuracy you have. So it'll be a little bit easier for you to hit right where you want to hit. But because I have this wind, I'm actually going to try to account for that a little bit differently here. I'm going to hit it there. And there we go. Almost, oh, looks like I made 300. There we go. And so each round you'll have 10 shots, and you will have 15 minutes to complete. So I'm gonna exit out because I think hopefully everyone got a good view of that. So exit here. Back to my clubhouse, and you'll see I'm now deducted the 10 energy points. And the energy points will just kind of reduce the how your golfer plays in all aspects of the game: power, accuracy, composure, and stamina. Stop sharing here. And so that's Blockleet Games. Really excited to be here and show it to you. So looks like
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this presentation. It's amazing. Thank you for showing us the game, how it works. It's so exciting. I guess we can now move on to the question part. So if you'd like to share what the question is going to be and what the price is going to be, and then everyone will get ready to answer.
Great. Okay, so you're going to have to think back to the very beginning of the presentation, the demo. The question is, how many golfer rarity tiers do we have? So I'm looking for a number.
Great. Okay, so let's give everyone a minute to answer the question. And can you tell us what the price is going to be?
Yes, the prize will be a novice golfer, and the novice golfer tournament actually kicks off, I believe, tomorrow or Friday. So, all right, got quite a few answers. And
so fingers crossed, everyone. Okay, so because Seb is not here, he will come back in a few moments. I will let you, if you would like, select a winner.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure. Okay.
Let's
see. And I'm gonna not say this name right, but Wojciech. Okay, here, the first response on 4.
Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, so we have a winner. Congratulations.
Fast and right on that. So we hope to get in the novice tournament leaderboards. So
great, fantastic. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you at the BGA Game Demo Day today. Thank you so much, and congratulations again to the winner.
Yes, thank you.
Amazing, thank you. So we're going to move forward now, and our next speaker for today, it will be from Reality Gaming Group. So we have Tony here. Hello, how are you?
Hi, very good, thank you.
So we'll let you present, we'll let you get on with the presentation, and then we'll do the question and the winning. Cool. So after you, Tony.
Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you very much for inviting us. Some fantastic games, fantastic demos. Really been a great couple of hours watching these. So my name's Tony Pierce. I work for Reality Gaming Group. We develop mass market games that utilize NFTs. And I'm going to present to you 2 of our games in 10 minutes, I promise. The first one is Reality Clash, and the second one is Doctor Who Worlds Apart. So I'm about to share my screen.
Yes, yeah, we can see the screen. You can go on full screen if you like.
Yeah,
thank you.
Okay. Okay, so this is Reality Clash. So Reality Clash is a mobile AR combat game that includes NFTs and is available right now on the app stores, both iPhone and Android. You can literally go on those stores now and just search for Reality Clash and download it. It launched as a beta last year and quickly had over 50,000 downloads. And there are 2 main things that make this game quite unique and different. Firstly, it's the augmented reality, which we use in the game, which is quite incredible. Apple themselves have said that it's one of the best versions of AR they've ever seen used in a game. And as a player yourself, you will experience ARs you've never seen before. You basically can challenge your friends or other players in real time in AR combat in any country. So when you go into battle, basically you lift up your phone with the camera on and you see a sim open, and you literally walk inside a sim which turns into a virtual battlefield. You yourself turn into an avatar, and your character will move in real time to your actual movements. So literally, if you move left, your avatar moves left. If you move right, your avatar moves right. If you run, your avatar will run in real time in the game. And this includes the enemies. So if you're playing someone in real time, that person you could see or could literally be in Australia. And if that person runs, immediately the avatar will start running towards you. So it really is quite amazingly clever technology. And I think I'll just show you a quick game trailer. Every gun you see in this particular trailer is an NFT, which I'll come on to in a second. So as I said, the use of AR is one of the unique things. The second thing is that you can buy limited edition exclusive NFT guns directly from our armory, which is on our website. These particular guns can never be bought in the App Store. They're unique, different, and come with their own exclusive skins and accessories. So it's incredibly easy to do. When you to get the guns from the website into your game, you literally open up the mobile app, you go into options, and you connect your game password with your store password, and voila, all the NFTs will download into the game, and you can immediately use them. So I was going to show you quickly how that works. So if you go to realityclash.com and you click on the Armory store, you literally go to a separate website where we sell the NFTs. And this is the area where you can collect your weapons and literally become a digital arms dealer. And secondly, you need to buy our Reality Clash coins, which are an ERC20 coin, to purchase those weapons. You can buy those tokens directly from our website with a credit card or exchanges. And in a couple of weeks' time, we announce a liquidity pool on Uniswap, so you can get those there. So once you're on the website, you log in and you go to what's called My Hub, which is your account. Here you can see a dashboard. You can see who's trading the most, how many coins I've got. And if you want to go to the store, you click on the Armory store. And this takes you through to what we're selling today. So today we're selling Bitcoin skinned guns. So we have a great selection of crypto skinned guns, which are all limited edition. So if you look down, let's say to this one, for instance, which is an SMG gun, there's 50 of 100. And once they're sold out, we will never make those again. So they become rare and particularly valuable. So if I'm interested in this, I can click on it. You can see the gun close up. You can get the weapon stats, so how many there are, the tier levels. You can get the weapon information, the damage, the stability, etc. And down below, you get the other weapons that are in that group. So these two are sold out. This one's still there. And if you wanted to buy this, it's 800 Reality Clash coins, which is about $12. You can listen to it and see the real noise that it use in the game. You can also see them up close in 3D. So this particular one, as I say, is a SMG, and it's a Bitcoin skin. We have Ether skins, we have Litecoin skins, Dodge skins. So the actual Bitcoins one are particularly popular and sell out very quickly. So once if you decide to buy that, you add it to your cart, and it's a very simple e-commerce logout. And we don't mention blockchain or anything apart from you then get a certificate with your serial number on it. So I want to then go and see what other guns I've got. So I can go back to my hub. I can go into my weapons list. Here are all of the guns that I currently own. I can search through those. If I'm interested in selling one, I can go to see more, and this will tell me the weapon stats, the weapon info, and also the trade history. So if the gun is used in the game, we will log how many kills it's had, how many headshots it's had, how old it is, how many owners it's had, and that is all logged on the blockchain. If I decide to sell it, I literally press sell. It tells me I bought it for 300. If I sell, I can put a new price in, and then it will go live onto our own marketplace, which is here. And these are the guns that are currently in our marketplace. So there's quite a selection where people have purchased these and bought them. You can filter by a number of ways. In this case, let's filter by, I mean, you can do most kills, least kills, headshots. If you do most expensive, what you have here is, I mean, this cool looking gun here, it's going for 480,000 reality clash coins, which is about $7,200. And some lucky person's going to get that. And then you can also withdraw these weapons. So as ERC 721s, they can be sold in secondary markets. So if I was to withdraw that, I could go to OpenSea's here, and I could, you can, if you type in reality clash on OpenSea, you can see the weapons that are currently trading through that marketplace. And there's a fair few out there now. And also this is a great way of seeing all the different skins. So that's a quick overview of Reality Clash. As I say, it's live now on the app stores, and you can buy these NFTs now and use them in the game, which is pretty cool. So moving on, Doctor Who. This is something that's very new. I haven't shown this before because the private beta doesn't come out until next week, and it's invite only, and the pre-sale starts probably beginning of December. So Doctor Who Worlds Apart is a trading card game. We have the rights from the BBC for every character in Doctor Who, going right back to the beginning of time, right up to now. And we wanted to make this really something special. We wanted to make the cards themselves real collectibles. So everything in this card is, and all the cards, and there's over 200, are hand drawn. We haven't taken an image from the back catalogue of the BBC. We've literally had artists hand draw everything, which then has to go to approval to the BBC and to the artist that's the actor in it. And we've been working incredibly hard on this for the last 6 months, and it's now nearly there. So a quick overview, as I say, it's a trading card game. There'll be 3 launches. Firstly, a pre-sale of which we will be selling packs of cards. Those packs include these 4. And then the marketplace will open Q1 next year, and the game itself will be out Q4 next year, so roughly about this time. So in the pre-sale, there'll be a core pack, premium pack, exclusive pack, and a TARDIS pack. The prices are here. If you were to buy the premium pack, as an example, you're going to get 6 cards, which includes a random selection of cards, a mix of core frames, which are these, and alien frames, which are these. And it's the frames that give it its rarity. So if you get a TARDIS frame, they're incredibly rare, and I think will go up in value pretty quickly. And you can move through the different type of packs that you can buy and what percentage chance you will get these particular frames or cards in. Here's some close-ups of what the frame's like. So it's everything from the Weeping Angel to a Dalek, with all the different game attributes on the cards. And then some information for people that have never come across NFTs before, because we are going for the mass market here, and it's telling you that these are now logged on the blockchain, and the fact that you can own these as collectibles, you can trade them, or you can use them in the game when it comes out next year. There is a quick trailer, which I'll show you, which is an alpha. So it's a very early version of the game, and I think anyone that's seen a trading card game will understand the kind of gameplay that one will take another card. So going up to the library, this is, I just wanted to quickly outline, these are the core frames, these are the alien frames, and here are 200 beautifully designed cards, which you can look at and hope that you're going to get. And if you do, buy one of the packs, this is how you will open it. So you will go to the open page. So I've got a selection here which I've already bought. So here's I've got 19 of these, 20 of these. So if I bought one of these, I can drag the Weeping Angel as an example over to the Vortex. The Weeping Angel open, and surprise, here's the frames that you've got. You then can take those up into, you add them to your collection. And then in your collection, you can go to see those and look at the images that come with those frames. And at this point, you're basically collecting your deck before you can actually take them to the marketplace. So these are the cards that I have. And you can toggle over any card. You can look at it close up. You can spin it around. Every card's in 3D. And as I say, we've tried to make these as beautiful as possible. You know, the fan base for Doctor Who is incredibly passionate, and we want something that they've never seen before or never had before. So whether they want to play the game or simply collect them and show them off as NFTs, that's completely up to you. So that's it. That's my quick demo.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tony, for this. I guess we're going to be moving on to the question time. So if everyone's ready,
okay. Well, as I have two games, sorry, I've got two questions. So the first one is Reality Clash, and we'll be giving someone a handful of exclusive guns that you can use in the game. So the first question is, since launching our store, how many Reality Clash coins do you think have been spent in the store? And the second one for Doctor Who, and this is for one of every pack, so it's worth over $200 as a retail next, you know, when it actually opens. So it's a pretty nice prize. And the question here is, what year was the first Doctor Who series shown on TV?
All right, for the big fans. All right, so we'll start with the first one, and that will give some time for people to think on the second one. 1 minute. Let's go. How many Reality Clash coins have been spent in your store on NFT since the launch? So, 5 coins only. I think it's a bit low. No, let's see. So there's a bit of a mix of the two between the answer of the two questions. Is it 1963 coins or is it 1963 the year? Right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we'll pick winners. I think everything has got a bit mixed up. We'll go for it.
I do have a question where you don't have a number.
All right, let play the jingle and we'll pick the winner.
Yeah.
Winners. Okay, so let's. Ta-da! All right, so what's the correct answer to the first question? How many Reality Clash coins have been spent in total on your store?
Just over 2.5 million.
2.5 million. Okay, so 2.5 million. That's the first answer. I'll look for it. And in the meantime, what's the correct answer in what was the first year like Doctor Who start airing on TV, right?
Yeah, well, there's obviously lots of Whovians there because there's lots of people with the right answer, which is 1963.
Okay, so we got a lot of winners there as well. So, but let's assume that all the 5 means 5 million, but it's still a little bit too much. It was 2.5. 2.5, who is the closest to 2.5? 5 million coins, 2.5. Okay. Now the people, but it's too late. Like you heard the answer. So whoever is closer, let's say over 500,000. Yes. Okay. Do you take this as a correct answer?
Yes.
Or over 500,000? All right. So then we have a winner, Steven Agustian. Congratulations, you won the first prize, which is
a collection of Reality Clash guns.
Okay, that's the Reality Clash gun NFT. Great, that's the first prize. And now, like the big prize, like over $200 worth of Doctor Who packs before they start pre-selling. So here we got a lot of great answers, and I think the first one, one of the first, let's say, is all right. Vasile Minko, congratulations.
you won. You're a big Doctor Who diehard fan. Sorry, you got the right answer. So congratulations as well for winning this great prize.
That's an amazing prize. Congrats.
Well done.
And thank you, Tony, for being with us and showcasing 2 games, including one that's coming very soon in beta. All right. So we have 3 more games or projects to show, and that will end the BGA Game Demo Day. So we're going to welcome now Gustav Arentov from MakerDAO.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Gustav.
Hey Sebastian. Good to talk to you again. And I love the presentation so far. It's been a great show.
Thank you. Well, it's thanks to all the amazing companies building all those great products. So today you're going to tell us or show us some amazing stuff as well.
Yeah. So I think the presentation you're gonna see now is a little bit different than the others. We're not a gaming studio. However, we are a company that plays a pretty important role in the digital economy. So basically, I work for the Maker Foundation, which is the project behind the foundation behind MakerDAO, the project, and we have issued a stablecoin called DAI, which is the only, at least significant, unbiased and decentralized stablecoin in the market. We have been working quite closely with the gaming space for a while now, for quite a bit more than a year. And today I'm going to go a little bit through like how we work with them and how we envision ourselves. First, I'm just going to share my screen here. And I'm going to play you guys a little video before I'm going to go through some of the things that we have been working on. Just a little bit of background about DAI here.
We use technology to make better tools, products, services, you name it. But what if we use it to make money universal and open to use for anyone, anytime, anywhere? Meet DAI, better, smarter money. DAI is just cash. You can spend it, transfer it, or save it. But unlike traditional currencies, it's unbiased. No single institution controls its value. And unlike its fellow digital currencies, it's stable. Don't experience the volatility of other cryptocurrencies. With DAI, you get the best of both worlds. Anyone can generate DAI when they put up assets to back it. And you can also earn the DAI savings rate. The future of a better, smarter money is now. Start using DAI today and get financial freedom.
So that was just like a very, very brief introduction about DAI. So basically, DAI is a stable coin. So it actually allows a lot of these games to have a unit of account inside the game. So something that you reliably can price. This is something that we kind of like realized quite early on that this like this growing blockchain gaming space they potentially could have used for an asset which was not only stable but also could act as like a universal bridge between the different games. So a lot of the games that launch on Ethereum, for example, they start out by using Ethereum and then their native currency. Where we think that DAI is a brilliant substitute or addition to that pool, because you can start pricing things in something which is relative to a unit of account that you know. So we did our first big gaming initiative last year with Axie Infinity, which we have been working with since the very beginning. And we then, earlier this year in January, we launched what we call the DAI Gaming Initiative. We also saw that a lot of these studios here, they were quite, small, and doing different events inside the game was a way to attract community create some buzz around it, and making sure that there was something for the community to do upon launch. So with it, this is a lot of some of the games that we're working with, and we also even, if you saw Sebastian's presentation before, you might also have seen this M inside the sandbox world, which is actually a place that the Maker Foundation has inside Sandbox. We have been working with a lot of different games, and today we have more than 30 different blockchain games that in some way has incorporated DAI and has done different events with DAI. So we have here some of the gaming bounties that we gave up, and basically we changed this a little bit. So we ended up giving it just to every single game that fulfilled some of these things here, where we basically said we wanted to create a fun and interactive experience for the players, for the users of the game, where there could be some kind of like DAI price eligible. And then we also wanted DAI to be able to be spendable inside the game. So you could do some kind of in-game event, earn some DAI, and then directly go and potentially even buy more in-game items with it, or you could also take it out, because at the same time DAI functions as digital cash, right? We have done quite a bit of this, and this is the last batch we did this summer here, where we did initiatives with, for example, marble cards. We also have a lot of stuff going on with BattleDAO. So you actually can participate in tournaments, both blockchain gaming tournaments as well as legacy game tournaments, where you can then use DAI. And we also saw, for example, there's been a lot of this craze, for example, in the Philippines around people earning a living by playing Axie. And this is another market that we targeted, where we had quite a bit of success with going in and actually working with a local partner to help people go from SLP, the small love potion, into DAI. Furthermore, we have a maker house in Decentraland. We also work with Battle Racer, League of Kingdoms, so quite a bit more here. And one of the next things we have coming up is together with First Blood, where there will be around a little bit more than 2-month period where we will have around 10,000 DAI in rewards to people playing mostly Call of Duty. So this is basically for you guys to know a little bit more about what DAI and Maker is, and once that you see it inside the games, you might be more open to finding out a little bit more about it. And then we also we really want to end up in a stage where if you're playing Axie, if you're playing Crypto Wars, you can just go without necessarily changing into the local currency each time, but you can just go directly with your DAI and spend it both places. We think that this would provide a very, very big benefit to both the games as well as the users of these games themselves. To find more information about these here, you can find it in our blogs as well as on our Twitter at MakerDAO. And then we also have a little competition today, or a little prize today as well. So basically, I want you guys to come up with one of the DAI events that we came with. I want you guys to tweet it at #manygames1DAI. I'm sure that Sebastian and Serena, they can put it on YouTube, and then the first 10 people who will use the hashtag, with some event that they found cool, some happening that has been going on with DAI inside the gaming space, will then be rewarded with 30 DAI, and that is for 10 people.
Wonderful. Thank you for explaining that. So I'm just sharing the hashtag here. And yes, you already said about the reward. Can you repeat that so that everyone knows what the reward is going to be?
Yes, for sure. So 10 people who share some kind of DAI happening or DAI event from the gaming space will be rewarded with 30 DAI, which is equivalent to around $30 each. And you can then take those DAI and spend them inside one of your favorite games, or you can take it and do what you want with it. But it's around $30 for 10 people per person, right? So around 300 DAI in total.
Oh, wonderful. So I've just added that as well in the chat. So I don't know if Seb wants to start selecting now, but I think we can run this contest as well
All
on
right.
Twitter.
Yes. Many games, one DAI hashtag. The first 10 people that post this hashtag earn 30 DAI each. So it's quite a novel approach. You have to watch us live and be there on Twitter to post it. So at the same time, I'm going to open my Twitter and look for...
We get some tweets here.
Many games, one DAI. Yep. And within the 20-second, oh wow, that's already, I think, more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Already 6 gone. 4 remaining.
France.
8, 9. We're at 9. Just one last, and wow, just too much. All right, so we got the 10 winners. That was fast.
Okay.
Less than a minute. That's cool. That shows that we have a real audience. They are watching now. They are super reactive. So that's great.
That's amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations, everyone. Then we'll be following up with the price in the coming days. Like we have you on Twitter with a hashtag, so we'll reach out to distribute the price. All right, then we're getting almost to the end of our event today. It's been running live for over 3 hours now. It's just show like we've got so many projects at the BGA that have like live product ready to demo, etc. So it's super exciting. We'll have 2 more and we'll call it a day, and we'll probably run the event again in a couple of months to show you the progress of the various projects and potentially new ones. So now we're going to welcome Ricardo from Chromia. Hi,
Hello.
Ricardo.
Hey. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Maybe I can start and show the screen. Can I take over?
Yes, let's go for it.
Yeah.
So you're here. We have a lot of people watching live, and it will be also available after on our YouTube channel. You're going to show us a game live. I can feel it already just from the name, Mines of Dalarnia.
Yeah.
That's going to be really cool. So watch out.
All right, thank you. Thank you also, Gustav, for the previous presentation. I hope those DAI to skyrocket in value. Okay, so I'm Ricardo. I'm from Chromia, and I'm the developer. And 1 year ago, we introduced Mines of Dalarnia, which was our first blockchain game running on Chromia. And today I would like you to show some updates. So essentially we have added some features that have been requested by the community. And yeah, we are going to have some new interesting stuff. So first of all, what is Mines of Dalarnia? Mines of Dalarnia is a free action game running on the blockchain. And every mineral, so essentially there is this character that is in a mine and is digging, looking for minerals. The minerals are tokens that can be exchanged between users freely. And each plot, each mine, each level is a non-fungible token that can be created by composing different minerals together. And different minerals together can also give particular power, like a stronger pickaxe. They can give you higher jump capabilities, more oxygen for the character, and so forth. All of this is combined with Chromia features that allows to have a fully decentralized logic. This means that the game, the client, and the blockchain are enough. There is no need for servers, and the whole code is open source, and the users can play and participate into the decentralized autonomous organization that is this game. So if they want particular features, they can ask for it, or they can even implement it and just use it. And there is no way that we can prevent it because it's actually on the blockchain. So it's really given to the community. So what are the new features? The new features that are going to be introduced in this new version of Mines of Dalarnia. First of all, there is integration with GRA. GRA is a game resource asset and is a way of transferring assets from one game to the other via blockchain. So the first game that will be integrated with Mines of Dalarnia is called Crystopia. Is developed by Antler Interactive. Is a studio based in Stockholm, and they have they have Crystopia, which is a game for mobile, iOS, Android, and also desktop. And in the game, there are relics that can be found and assembled, and then shipped over to another game. In this case, Mines of Dalarnia. So essentially, there is the whole ecosystem on the blockchain of games that can potentially share resources from one to another. And this is a good opportunity. For example, people in Mines of Dalarnia players in Mines of Dalarnia will know about Crystopia and vice versa. We also introduce a more complex tokenomics. So there is a way of earning Dalarnia tokens by logging into the game and performing tasks. And these tokens can be used in order to rent, buy, or earn by renting out plots. So plots are actually these mining sites that the player can use in order to find minerals. Every mining plot has different minerals. So if I want to have a specific upgrades, I need specific minerals, there is a whole economy where people will be willing to sell some of the minerals or renting you the plot in order for you to dig in there and find the minerals and so forth. Of course, this money can also be used to acquire skins. And this is the last features, and is that there are skins and upgrades that can be released. They will be released weekly or monthly, and this helps to keep the player engaged with the game. Now, interesting thing about the game and for all the game ecosystem is that this game is fully running on the blockchain, but does not require user to pay fees. This is because of the way that Chromia the Chromia blockchain works, which is much more similar to cloud computing, to AWS, Azure, and so forth. So the game developer needs to find the resources for paying for the infrastructure. So there is some price for running a certain number, a certain module, a certain contract on the blockchain, and this money can cover a certain computational power over a certain period. Like you do on Amazon, you actually decide how much CPU you want, and then you pay for like a month of this server. The same happened with Chromia. So it's as if the fee that the user pay is actually paid by the game studio, and we don't care how the game studio finds this money. So it can be fully funded by the ecosystem, like we are doing. Mines of Dalarnia is funded by Chromia. Or like other games are doing, they have marketing, so they have some ads, or the user are funding it themselves, or you can have a premium. So if I want to have an extra skin, I will pay, and part of this revenue are for renting the nodes on the blockchain. And this is a cool feature because it's very easy for gamers that do not know about blockchain to enter into this world. They don't need to have Ether or hold any tokens. They just have to register. Now, I would like to show you a small demo of the game. I will be very, very quick. This is Mines of Dalarnia, and I can log in with a Chromia single sign-on. Chromia single sign-on allows you to use your Chromia account in any game, sort of MetaMask does, so you only need one account, but it has extra security features. For example, it does not have control over your main Chromia wallet. It creates a sort of second tier wallet that is only used by Mines of Dalarnia. So here I'm asked, it's the first time that I'm playing. I'm actually in incognito mode, so yeah, it's a new player. And I'm asked to authorize Mines of Dalarnia to access my account. I'm okay with that. And yeah, I get the trophy because I logged in with the vault. And when I actually go to play, I can, this is how the game looks like. And essentially I can dig and find minerals. There are different kind of minerals. The most common one is scrap. Yeah, here I found some Falun copper, and I found some scraps here. I can see here that I have some oxygen. So this is the time I have left. I have some tools. This is a new account, so I only have a pickaxe, and there are drills, there are bombs that can help digging down. The map is much bigger, and they are generated by the blockchain randomly. And then there are some interesting tools that allows you to teleport. Indeed, you have to get out of the mine if you want to get all your minerals that I collected. This is one of the ports, so I will just get myself out. And here I actually collected 4 scraps. I'm gonna lower the volume because I have it straight in my headphones. Yeah, so after this level, I actually have been granted 4 scraps. And in case I want to play some levels, let's say that I need some particular minerals, like I need silver nuggets, then I need to rent a plot. I need to rent a mining site. And to do that, I can just rent it. But I'm told that I don't have a pickaxe that is strong enough. So I have to basically upgrade my character. I go into the inventory. I try to get better pickaxe, and I'm missing some scraps. This is actually a small amount of scraps that I would be able to get by just completing the level I just showed. But we have, as said, the tokenomics model. So I can just have this other account with some decent amount of scraps and send it over. To do that, I will share the account ID with my other character. So I copied the address, paste it, and send, let's say, 50 scraps. I insert my password. And I can see that there is a new transaction that is sent over on the blockchain. And now if I basically update the game, if I reload in order to check if I have new amount of scraps, I can actually see that now I have enough to buy a new pickaxe. And now I just upgraded it. I have money for maybe do something more. Yeah, I can get a backpack, better backpack, so I can fit more minerals. Here it is, and so forth. So this is how it works. We come from, I am actually working for Chromia, and Mines of Dalarnia is the first of our game. We have more. What is the benefit of using Chromia? The benefit of using Chromia is that it has a lot of out-of-the-box features. It has a vault, so basically a wallet with extra features like single sign-on. Basically, you develop a game, you don't have to care about the registration process. You don't have to care about storing emails, passwords, and so forth. It's fully anonymous, so we don't store any emails. We don't have any information. It's just you and the blockchain. And then we have other features like Explorer. We have an out-of-the-box marketplace that is used with when you have non-fungible tokens. And we support a whole number of libraries: Eclipse, JavaScript libraries, Unity. The game that you saw is in browser and is made with Cocos 3D. And yeah, of course, we have our language, which I showed you in the BGA meeting a month ago or something, which is a language made very similar to SQL that has all the primitives that are needed for blockchain development. In case you want to know more, here there are some links, and I'm sure that there will be a PDF presentation also attached to this event. And if you want to get any updates about Mines of Dalarnia, which is the game I just showed, it's gonna be all these features that you just saw are going to be released pretty soon. And these are the channels to follow, alongside with, of course, the website www.minesofdalarnia.com. Yep.
That's great. Good, really good to see this kind of gameplay, like the miners, diggers kind of game are really popular, like inspired by Terraria and all those sort of gameplays. So this is really great, and to see it live, running, doing transactions smoothly, etc. So that's a great experience. And you said there were more games, so maybe no time to show them today, but this is your fourth game. So I invite people who watch today to also go to the Chromia website to discover all the other games from on the Chromia platform.
Yeah. Also in the last BGA presentation, I mentioned some of them that other developers made. So yeah, they can just check that out on our websites. We have some.
Very cool. So now we are going to get into the prize and the question. So it's a pretty big prize, I can see. So tell us, Ricardo, what's the prize?
It's $100 in CHR.
Nice, $100 for lucky winners. That's a good amount that allows you to play quite nicely in Mines of Dalarnia or the other games on the platform. So what is the question then next, I guess, as the audience gets excited?
Oh, yeah. The name is, what is the name of Chromia's programming language?
Okay, so
all right. So if you've been watching the stream, you heard the answer to the question. We're going to give 1 minute for the audience across all the different channels who've been watching us to try to get the right answer to what is the name of Chromia's programming language.
Okay, so let's play the jingle.
Just a little delay. Yes, it's coming. I can see already some answers. So there, I'm sure.
I see a correct one.
We're getting close. All right, it's very simple. It's just one letter. Don't get it wrong. Like,
I see some correct answer. Actually, I see the first one.
Okay,
from
you're right.
RC Games, is it? The first one.
All right. Here. All right. So to tell us what's the correct answer, and
is REL.
REL.
REL, relational language, because it's born by SQL, which is relational language, founded back in the 70s by IBM.
Cool. And tell us, why do we see so many people answering C? Like, is there something related to C or C# or no?
We have C# libraries, which is used by Unity developers. So if you're a game developer that use Unity, you probably use our C# library.
Okay, so maybe that can count as well, but it depends. Like, the real correct answer is REL. So congratulations to RCE Games for winning $100 worth of TH tokens.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did not make a C#, only REL. Yeah. Thank you for the time.
Yeah. Thank you, Ricardo. Great demo. I invite everyone to go and play Mines of Dalarnia and enjoy it a lot. Cool. And we're going to end today's event with Blog Peño. We're welcoming Savas.
Hello, Sebastian. Hello, Serena.
Hey, Savas.
How are you?
Very well. He's been with us from the very beginning, 3 hours something ago, and he's going to show us
last week. So I wanted to see the whole thing. Very, very nice event. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, and much appreciated from everyone watching and supporting this event. It's been great.
I would like to, I'm Savas, I'm the founder of Blockpegnio and the creator of the Six Dragons, an open world RPG which runs on blockchain the last 18 months. It's been a great ride. It's a huge game. I would like to present some key points on blockchain and gameplay environment. So first of all, I would like to show you the blacksmith service, the blockchain blacksmith service. So in every RPG, you get recipes, you do crafting and everything. We do something similar, but we implemented blockchain in it. So right now, you gather blockchain materials, you craft a weapon. That weapon it's crafted in real time in blockchain with dynamic stats and everything. I will show you the wallet in a while. But what makes this pretty nice is the blockchain blacksmith service. That means that if a player finds a very rare recipe or a recipe, all the recipes are rare by design, he can sell the service of crafting to other players that don't have the recipe, but they have all the materials. So what happens is that player lists that recipe on the blockchain blacksmith service. He enters a fee, and then other players craft with his recipe. So the player earns real money that way. I will show you that in game. This is the game. It's in alpha. You can play it right now. You can go to the sixdragons.com and just play. So what it happens is that when the player goes to the crafting station, he chooses the blockchain blacksmith's market and chooses to craft. So here is the list right now. It's real-time crafting services from players. As you can see, many recipes here listed. Every player asks for their fee. You can choose what recipe you want to craft, and when the game reads your materials, you can craft it or not. We are lacking some materials, so we just can't craft it. So when you craft it right now, Ethereum, it's pretty congested, so I will not craft an item in blockchain right now, but I have some items crafted already. As you can see here in my mobile, we have a blockchain crafted mithril sword. So as you can see that it was probably crafted by Savas, it's me, and you can see all the dynamic statistics, the rarity, the strength, the intelligence, the accuracy of the item. So it's a unique NFT, which includes your name, and it's crafted real time on blockchain. That means that now that people see that I have crafted this item, might search for me to craft this specific item using my service, so I can earn fees by people crafting on my recipe. So this is one pretty nice feature in the game. I would like to show you the game. It's a pretty huge world. It's 256 square kilometers. It's huge. In comparison, Skyrim is 40 square kilometer. It's really huge. I would like to go to some places further map so you can see some fights and everything. Sorry. So the player starts in the starting village and starts to progress, earning levels, which then can build his own class. So there is no classes as per the normal RPG classes. So you have all the skills and you can create your own class. You choose skills by spending ability points, which you earn by leveling up, and you create your own class. So let's go to some other place. I'm the developer, so I have all the places opened for you guys to see. Also, in the blacksmith service, I would like to mention the Six Dragon SFT. This is one of the pretty nice items, and the player sells it for a lot of money, because if a crafter has the SFT, he has a better chance to critical craft a recipe. So that means if you have the SFT and you are a blacksmith, people will prefer to craft in your recipe. So here is one of the further areas of the game, as you can see. Let's go. I have placed a flag near a dragon, so you can see one of the dragons. So as I mentioned, it's an open world. You can go anywhere unless the monsters kill you if you are not very good equipped and skilled. So while you level up, you get all these materials by drops and everything, and you then go and craft your recipe. So here I have placed the flag. The flags are used to point as point of interest, which you can teleport there. As I said, the world is huge, so you can use the flags to go to some areas to farm your material. So we found another rare boss here. It's pretty rare to find this boss here. People that play the game, they will be jealous right now. So let's find this minion. Okay, and here's the dragon. I targeted the boss. Okay, I'm pretty high level, so I guess, yeah, I killed it. So here is a dragon. Again, I'm pretty leveled up, so I don't have any issues. I guess you can see some, you don't see the frames as I've seen. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I killed it. As I said, I'm pretty leveled up. So yeah, this is the game, and also I would like to, as crafting goes, also enchants do the same. You can enchant your item. Again, it will be real-time enchanting on blockchain. So if you enchant, I think I have, I don't have an enchanted item here, but you can enchant your item and be enchanted in real time in blockchain. All these items can be found also in the inventory. So everything you see here, you can find it in game as well. Every materials, all recipes, everything is also in here. So yeah, this is the 6 dragons, and I don't want to spend more of your time. It's pretty. So yeah, this is it.
It's amazing. I love this game.
Yes.
The graphic is stunning.
Great graphics, like huge dragons, epic fights. It feels and plays like MMOs. Like reminds me of like back I was playing Elder Scrolls 3 or Morrowind and the likes.
Yeah, the game is single player with some multiplayer stuff like the blacksmith services between players, but we are moving to multiplayer, small co-op and PvP in the next few months. And I would like to mention that we partnership with PlayStation, and we will have the 6 dragons on PlayStation as well.
Wow, that's big news.
Yeah.
Congrats, that's big. Like you will be one of the very first blockchain games with NFTs and blockchain features coming to an actual console platform, if I'm right. Yes?
Yes, that's correct.
So it's a big achievement, and I can definitely see why. Like, look at those graphics. Like, it definitely looks like AAA console kind of game. So, yep. Wishing you a lot of success with it, and keep us posted with, well, all the upcoming development when the multiplayer launch. We kept, I would not say kept the best for the end, but we wanted to show one game that when you see it, you say like, wow, that kind of game, I could definitely play that on my PC or console. I don't even think that there's blockchain involved, but it's a great benefit that there actually is.
Yes, that is correct. And the reason is because this game is in development for 4 years. And last year we found the engine, and we started integrating blockchain, and we saw how much it makes sense to make the blockchain integration. So it would be a game, an RPG without blockchain if we didn't implement it.
Cool. But 4 years of development, you can feel it. All right. So let's jump into our last question, last NFT or token price today. Do you want to tell us about what's the price, by the way?
Yeah, we would like to make it big. As we are the last game, we will give 5 Multiverse Founders token, which is one of the first tokens that created for the 6 dragons. And yeah, the first 5 players that will answer the question, they can win this.
Wow, so we're going to have 5 winners, the last 5 winners of today, BGA Game Demo Day 2. So if everyone's ready to answer the question, so Savas, I don't know if you want to tell us the question, or I can also put it on screen as well.
Yes, the question is, what is the name of the service that players can sell their crafting services to other players and earn fees?
Amazing. So the question is being announced. So get ready, everybody. We're going to be selecting the last 5 winners for today. And I just want to take a moment to thank everyone that's been watching today. There's been such a huge crowd. I'm so happy to be part of the BGA, and thank you, Seb, and thank you to all the speakers, and thank you all for being here and supporting blockchain games. It's been such a privilege to be here tonight with you all.
Well, Serena said it all, so I can just, I don't know what more to say for wrapping up this event. Like, we really been excited. When we launched initially the idea, we were not sure like there will be a lot of demand from many projects that wanted to showcase. Turned out like we had to split it in 2 days, given like the number of participants and great project games and services we had to demo, and everything went well. I think like the audience has been overall super excited to see cool stuff that they've never been exposed to in this manner. So we love the format. We love all the great participation project we've seen, all the price that's been put, all the question and engagement from the audience and the community, the fantastic support from Serena, who's been helping to put the event live, collect the answer, organize, etc. So yep. Thank you on behalf of all the BGA team for participating and joining us on either of the 2 events. And I hope to see you again at our next event, and we'll keep doing those events at least once or twice a year as well. And now let's see if we have a winner. The last 5 winner, actually, right? So
yes, shall we play the jingle for the last time? Okay.
I'm going to miss it. All right, let's pick tell us, Savas, what was the correct answer?
The correct answer is blockchain blacksmith service.
All right, the blockchain blacksmith service. That's the place where all the users can come and exchange their assets for a fee. So I see 1 correct answer here. Congratulations to Dr. Super Roger. Should I pick 5? Is it correct, or just 1 who wins 5 assets? 5. Okay, let's go for 5. So the first one, Dr. Super Roger, congratulations. Then, all right, Steven Agustian is our second winner. We've got King 6 String, as well as a winner. And okay, Robert, he's been really actively following, and I can see he won a few times. Congratulations. We got Sauce here. I think we are at 4 9 for 1 more. And
we've got 5. We've got 5.
We got 5 already.
We've got 5 already. Yes. We have Super Roger, Stephen, King 6 Strings, Robert, and Soul.
Perfect. Congratulations to all of them for winning these Dragon NFTs.
And just about redeeming the prices, if you have subscribed to the Eventbrite link, don't worry, we'll be in touch with you because we will have your email, so we will be in touch by email. If not, get in touch by Twitter. So message us on the BGA Twitter account, and we'll get back to you and reward you with the prize. Congratulations once again to all of you. It's been such a pleasure to be hosting this event. And thank you to Sebastian for being such an amazing team player and hosting the BGA events in an amazing way. And thank you to all the speakers and the audience watching. Thank you all.
All right, thank you, everyone. Let's call it a day. It's been a pleasure, and see you at our next BGA events.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sabas. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Take care.